And we are live. What is going on, everybody? Welcome into the stream tonight as we get ready for the Boston Bruins against the Columbus Blue Jackets. And this should be a fun one here tonight. These two teams just played on Saturday. Boston came away with a 5-2 victory, but it was actually a much closer game than that. First two periods were very, very tight. Boston was able to kind of bust it open a little bit in the third, but it was a good hockey game. And certainly expecting a tough effort again here tonight from Columbus, and this should be a pretty tight game. These teams usually play pretty close games against each other, so should be a fun one here tonight. I appreciate everybody coming by. We're going to have a few hours of fun here with a good game, hopefully. J-Dog, welcome in. TCB, Isaac, Axie, Sandra, Mike and Julie, Austin, Brian, welcome in, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. Great to see you all in the chat, as always, as we are getting ready to go here tonight. BC Transportation, what's going on? Joey, welcome. Red Rubber, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Edited, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. So I'm going to get the poll up in the chat. Make sure that you guys can get your votes in on who you think's going to take home the W. What's going on, Nathan? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you come by. I got to make sure I spell the team names right here. We got the Bruins on the road, Blue Jackets at home. Who wins tonight? It's up in the chat. Let me know what you guys think, and hopefully you get a great, fun hockey game to watch. Luke, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. We got Raji Ghost here. What's going on? Welcome. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you in the chat as always. Getting ready for puck drop here. Probably about eight or so minutes away, as they are in Columbus tonight. Bruins had a long homestand. They did overall very, very well on that homestand, with the exception of the one game last week that left me with quite a bitter taste in my mouth. But other than that, Boston's been playing great. That was kind of the one down game for them. Outside of that, they've been playing extremely well here recently, and they've bounced back from that with a couple of wins, trying to make it 3 wins in a row now here. Devils, Blue Jackets, and then Blue Jackets again. Olaf, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. I got you, Raji Ghost. I got you. Yeah, Isaac. Yeah, I mean, obviously he spent a long time there, long time there, and so he's definitely a well-liked player, even as a guy on the road now. Jem, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Micah, welcome into the chat. I'm doing well. How are you? Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, Luke, big game for the Kings tonight. Oilers cut it back to 1 point difference between them and LA for second place. So LA's got to play Calgary again. They played last Thursday. And LA actually won that game in a shootout. They're playing Calgary again tonight. Kings definitely want to try and win that one again too. So very big game for the Kings. James, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. That would be fun for sure. It's always good when you get to see a good scrap. We'll see what happens. These teams generally don't play super physical games against each other, but it only takes one thing to change that. So we'll see how it goes here tonight, but that would always spice things up and make it fun. I did not see that, actually, Raji Ghost, but that's awesome. Wow. I didn't see it. I didn't see the game against the Islanders, but there you go. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, Gem, it's gonna be flip-flopping the entire rest of the way like it has all season. Bruins are officially a tandem team now. That's, well, that's the new NHL. It's a tandem league now for a lot of teams, and the Bruins are absolutely one of those teams where they're a full-on goaltending tandem at this point. You're going to see 1A and 1B. There's no more starter backup. It's flip-flop 1A, 1B tandem goaltending. Hi, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Toronto and Tampa have a big one tonight as well. Those teams have the same number of points right now. Obviously, huge game there between the 2 and 3 teams in the Atlantic. Let's see. I believe Boston will have, after this game, Boston is going to have, I want to say 13 games left. Yeah, they'll have 13 games left. They'll have 13 games left after tonight. I see the Bruins finishing in the wild card 1 spot, Bill, but I mean, they're obviously within a couple points. They're close, but I see Boston finishing right where they are right now. Logan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Tampa coming off a loss a lot of times is a tough team to play because they got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. But, we'll see how it goes. I mean, Toronto's on an absolute heater right now, so it's definitely going to be a tough one for the Lightning. Toronto is lighting it up right now. They're playing extremely well. Well, I think that your assumption is probably correct, BC Transportation. Aries Max, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Hey, there you go, Austin. Hopefully you get to see some good games. Holy cow, this chat is getting, or this poll right now is getting lit up with Bruins votes. Literally 25 people have voted. 92% are on the Bruins right now. That's a very one-sided. Oh, that's cool, BC Transportation. Nice. Yes, Nathan, it's not even a question at this point. They are obviously going to the playoffs. Carmine, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. We're getting ready for puck drop here between the Bruins and the Blue Jackets. These two teams just played on Saturday. They're playing again here tonight. Bruins won 5-2 back on home ice. Now they're in Columbus. We'll see if the Blue Jackets have revenge on their mind or if Boston can keep on rolling here and keep on picking up the wins. Certainly a team that they should beat, but there's no guarantees in the NHL. We've certainly learned that over and over and over again. B. Rocco, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Xanified, welcome. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Jace, good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. I'm thinking probably Tampa Bay, Austin, but again, it's still all up in the air. So B. Rocco has got a parlay with the Bruins and Flames tonight. Okay. So, well, you got to get leg 1 first. So that's the most important thing, is that the Bruins win right now, and then you worry about the Flames game later. Hey, Joshua, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you in the chat. Really, really good to see you. Matthew, Thursday night, like I said last stream. Thursday night is the next Penguins game. Welcome in. Patrick, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. So we are getting ready to go here. Linus Ullmark starting tonight for Boston. He played very, very well against the Devils. Well, the Bruins just destroyed the Devils last Thursday night. But he played well in that game, and obviously that was a big bounce-back game for the Bruins. Elvis Merzlikins in net down at the other end. He started the game Saturday as well, that the Bruins won 5-2, so we'll see how he looks tonight again against this same Bruins team. But we are lined up. We are ready to go. And puck is dropped. Underway in this one as the Bruins take it off the opening faceoff and dump it in. Coil line starts with Smith and Frederick on the wings. Back the other way now. Here comes Columbus. That one's dumped in now. Bruins get it back in their own zone. Come up through neutral ice. Smith can't maintain possession, though. It's worked back. Oliver Bjorkstrand getting back for the Blue Jackets. Carried out of the zone now here by Corrali. That one gets sent in off the end boards and covered up by Ullmark as we got a quick whistle here. 29 seconds in and an offensive zone faceoff coming up for the Blue Jackets. We'll find out in the playoffs, BC. Alex, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Sal, thanks for coming by. We got Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball in the chat. What's up, man? Thanks so much for stopping in. Is Ullmark right off that draw. Has to make a nice save and squeeze that one. Good early chance for Gus Nyquist. Yeah, Zach Werenski's back for Columbus. He missed 3 games. He's back now in the lineup for the Blue Jackets. So obviously they get their number 1 D-man back. Nope. If you guys want to see the stream schedule, you can see it right here. I'll drop it in the chat. But stream schedule's been out for a while now. There it is. And we are back underway now. James, I'm more of a vanilla guy. Yes, Raven, they played on Saturday. They're playing again tonight. It's a home-and-home series. They were in Boston on Saturday. They're in Columbus tonight. Home-and-home between the Jackets and the Bruins. Gavrikov has it behind the net now. Works this one around the boards, up and cleared out to the neutral zone, into the offensive end. Here come the Jackets back on the rush. Deflected in front there, sent wide. Chasing after it is Sillinger. He's hit by Josh Brown. Played up the wall. Jackets keep it in. Played back now. Voracek throws it in front. Ullmark got to find that through some traffic. And we get a stoppage there with 18:24 to go in the first. Just getting going in this one. Columbus with some good jump early. And they've come ready to play here tonight. They've got their legs going in this one. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. Yes, I did, Joshua, back in February. Probably Lizelle, Alex. I'm not sure about Beecher, but probably Lizelle, yes. The best league to pick up rookies from, Jameson, definitely the WHL. WHL plays the most NHL-style hockey. The OHL's gotten really, really soft over the last 10 years. Like, there's almost no fighting. There's barely any hitting in the OHL. Like, the WHL is the best junior league to draft from, in my opinion. They play the most pro-style hockey. Underrated is still probably college, NCAA. I mean, obviously there's a lot more college kids making the NHL now, and a lot more college kids are like high-level NHL players now. But I still think that it obviously trails behind Canadian junior hockey still, so I still would call it fairly underrated. But if I'm drafting, WHL would be my number 1 league that I'm looking at. All right, sounds good, Red Rubber. See you later. The other team that I root for, BC, is the Colorado Avalanche. Colorado's been my second favorite team since I was 4 years old. Damn, Jesus, Alex. Johnny, what's going on? Real deal, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you coming by. Barkov should be top 10, Joshua. Barkov should be top 10. Back the other way now. Bruins chasing back into their zone. Columbus brings it in, but it's offsides, and we get a whistle here with 17:32 to go. And we'll have a neutral zone face-off coming up. Trevor, what's going on, my man? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Really good to see you in the chat, as always. Face-off one back there by Coyle. Bruins take possession. Pass over to Grzelcyk. Back into the middle. Carlo up behind to Craig Smith. And he gets some help from Frederick. And the puck's in deep. Chasing after on the forecheck now is Smith. Good hit there on the Columbus D. Bruins can't keep it in, though, on the sideboards. Squirts out to the neutral zone. Bruins send it back in. Forechecking pressure coming again as that one's played behind the net. Blue Jackets to the middle. Up here, goes all the way down. Played down behind the net now. McAvoy rims it around. Up the boards it goes. Columbus keeps it in. Second chance now. Hampus Lindholm carries it out for Boston. Passes it up. It's deflected into the attacking zone. They'll head off for a change. Behind the net now. It's played by Gavrikov. Just over 3 minutes into this one. Nikhil, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Good to see you. That's played to the defenseman by Allmark. Over now. Lindholm behind the net. Backhands it up the wall. Chipped out there back to neutral ice. Columbus has to regroup. Andrew Peeke goes D-to-D with it. Passed up now to Patrick Laine. Laine, pressured by Bergeron, just curls back. Tries again. Up now into the offensive end. Columbus goes the other way. Down low here. It's played up the wall. Moved into the middle. Marchand sends it back to his defenseman. That's Lindholm. Back the other way now. Into the offensive end. And that one's gloved down by Merzlikins on the long shot from the point. And we get a whistle here. 15:58 to go in the first. Ozone draw coming up for the Bruins. As Merzlikins gloves that one down. We're off to a scoreless start here in the first. These two teams trying to pick up where they left off, particularly for the Bruins on Saturday. They just beat the Jackets 5-2. Home and home series, game number 2 here tonight as they are in Columbus for this one. Columbus has had some decent jump early, though. They definitely brought their legs. We'll see if Boston can quiet them down a little bit as the Jackets get it out of their zone. Now poked away by Foligno. Nick Foligno dumps it in now for the Bruins. That's chased down low. Going in hard after on the forecheck. Off the boards. Cleared out, though, by the Jackets. They come back the other way. Here's a shot in there, and they score! Sniping it under the bar, short side. And Columbus strikes first. It's Bemstrom with the goal. With a beautiful shot over the shoulder of Linus Ullmark. It's 1-0 Blue Jackets. Just walking in and putting it over the shoulder of Linus Ullmark in net and under the bar. And Columbus takes the lead here just under 5 minutes, or just over 4.5 minutes in. Jackets strike first. Cam, what's going on? Welcome in. Mike, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Bemstrom with a solid shot there. And Columbus gets out early. Here's Roslovic now, right back into the offensive end. That one goes wide. Played now by Nyquist. Back to the point. Over now to Jake Bean. Bean with it. Goes D-to-D. Long shot in. Ullmark with a save. Rebound chance. Ullmark gets a pad on that one as well. Bruins clear it out from in front. Get it out of the zone. Nyquist takes it back. Jackets right back into the offensive end. Here's Laine. Corbin, what's going on? Welcome in. Patrick. Malika, welcome in, everybody. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Got a bunch in the chat already. Back over now into the middle. Here's Lindholm. Bruins setting up in the offensive zone. Stolen away, though. And we're going to get a penalty. Jason, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. It looks like Bruins are going to go to the power play here. And it is Meyer going to the penalty box. Yeah, penalty here for tripping against Columbus as Charlie McAvoy got taken down trying to exit out of his zone. Meyer just went skate on skate with him and took his legs right out there. So Bruins go to the power play here, and they're going to have an opportunity to try and tie this game back up as they're going to get the first power play chance of the game. Carson Meyer to the penalty box for tripping for the Columbus. Working it around now. Bruins set up in the attacking end, right off the draw. Looking for the tying goal into the middle. Bergeron's pass gets poked away. Marchand can't keep it in. It's cleared now by the Jackets back the other way. I mean, I don't follow baseball that closely, Cam, but I'm happy about it. And now we got a delayed penalty coming against the Bruins. Here's Columbus back into the offensive zone. Pastrnak touches it up as they break the play up, and now it's going to be a penalty against the Bruins here. McAvoy is going to go for holding, and that does it for the power play. So that power play did not last long, and we're going to get some 4-on-4 action here for 1 minute and 19 seconds, and then the Blue Jackets will get an abbreviated power play. So 4-on-4 now as we even it back up for 1 minute and 19 seconds. Going to have some open ice rolling here. Phantom, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Going to be an offensive zone face-off now for the Columbus, but the Bruins win it back with Charlie Coyle. They'll take the puck now and start the breakout. Away from Justin Danforth. Grzelcyk trying not to turn it over here. Gets it over to Carlo. Sends it up. The puck hits Sillinger in the face. DeBrusk takes it, and the Bruins are out of the zone. Nathan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Pass through the middle. Doesn't connect with anybody. Back the other way now. Here come the Jackets. Up ice, bringing it into the offensive zone. Columbus looking to extend the lead. Spin around shot. And a nice glove save there, as Linus Ullmark grabs that one. 50 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Flip a coin, James. Flip a coin. So we head to a first commercial break of this one. Bruins and Blue Jackets. Columbus with an early goal from Emil Bemstrom. Gets them on the board first. We got some 4-on-4 action going on here. It will be a brief power play for the Blue Jackets when the 4-on-4 ends. They have gotten off to a good start here. Certainly have brought their skating legs tonight. Bruins are going to have to match it. Boston on the road for the first time in quite a while. They are coming off a long, long homestand. And obviously haven't had the start of the game that they were hoping for, but still a long way to go. So we are at our first commercial break of this one, first period action, with about 13 minutes to go in period number 1. Welcome, Malika. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Everybody, let's welcome Malika in, new subscriber. No, Phantom, I'm streaming the Bruins and the Blue Jackets like it says on the title and description of the stream. James, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for being here, man. Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Coming back from a commercial break here. What's going on, Jamie? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Hall is out there with Pasternak. Riley and Lindholm on the back end. Worked up now, cleared out. Robert, welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Good to have you in the chat. We got 40 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Columbus works it up and out of their zone. Bruins take it back at neutral ice. Now it's played back to Boquist. Moving this one down, worked up here, moved to the middle. Blue Jackets turn that one over again. Out high. Columbus brings it in offsides. Roslovic was over the line. We're going to get another whistle here and a quick face-off coming up with 12:44 to go in the first. 17 seconds left in the 4-on-4 time. I have no idea, James. I'm sure there's statistics on goal differential by period that can tell you that, but I don't know what they are. As Laine wins that draw back for the Blue Jackets, they get possession again. Here's Werenski with it. 10 seconds to go in the 4-on-4 before Columbus gets an abbreviated power play. Moved over now. Final seconds ticking off before we head back to a man advantage. 4-on-4 comes to an end. Jackets on the power play now, breaking it out of their zone. Trying to extend the lead. Already up by 1 in the first period here. They can't get it over the blue line. Have to regroup back again. Now they bring it up into the Boston zone. Pass across for Laine into the middle. Doesn't connect with anybody. Bergeron gets to it first. Clears that one all the way down. Only 20 seconds of power play time remaining here for the Blue Jackets. Time for one more rush as Werenski brings it up. Drops it back now. Played by Bjorkstrand over the red line. Into the offensive end. Jackets trying to go around. Played here up the boards. Cleared again by the Bruins. They kill off the penalty. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Jackets aren't able to get much going with that very brief amount of power play time. Back behind the net now. 11:35 to go in the first. Jackets send it all the way down. Mike Riley chases. Hard forecheck from Danforth coming after him. Moved around now. Played over here. That one gets knocked down. Taken here. Chance in front. Pass doesn't get through. Foligno plays it out of the zone for Boston. Jackets trying to dump it back in. Ullmark behind the net. Knocks it down. Sends it up the boards. Nobody there for the Bruins, though. Jake Bean able to keep it in, and Danforth plays it against Josh Brown. Pins him against the wall. Brown trying to send it up now. Kick through the skates of Nosek. Foligno stands up Corrali, but the Blue Jackets keep it in. Here's a long shot from Bean. Ullmark gets a piece of it. Bruins clear the rebound out. 10:50 to go in the first. Avatar, what is going on? Welcome. Barry, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Moved up now. Here's Craig Smith trying to drop it off for Frederick, but Frederick was covered. Blue Jackets take it now back the other way. It's Cole Sillinger into the offensive zone. Passes it off for Voracek. Voracek chips it back to the middle. It's Peak. Sends it down low. Working it up here. Out into the high slot. Played back to the corner. Voracek around. Plays that one out to the blue line. Long shot there goes well wide. Bruins trying to get to it now. It's Lindholm. It's stolen by Coyle. Chip to the middle. Bruins are out of the zone. 3-on-1 up ice, but that pass just too far in front for Frederick. Goes in on the forecheck. Under 10 minutes now to go in the first as we go through the we just go past the halfway mark of this opening period. Bobby Orr, Mike. First goal was Emil Bemstrom. Dan, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Boston has won 8 out of their last 10 games. BC Transportation, I'm not too worried about it. Behind the net now. That one gets worked up the wall. 9:25 left here in the first. Into the middle now. Blue Jackets bring it over the blue line. Wrapped out around here. Trying to work this one around is Nyquist. Gets away from Pasternak. Taylor Hall comes in. Takes him defensively. Now he works it down low. Gets hit by Carlo. Puck back out to the point. Columbus trying to work this one around. Shot attempt gets blocked. Bruins get it out to the neutral zone. Columbus has got to clear and try and regroup. Bruins get a line change. Back in there, dumped by Line, but Grzelcyk plays it for Boston. Back the other way now, 8:50 to go here in the first. Moved up over the red line. Marchand now trying to bring it in. Gets stood up there by a couple of Columbus defenders, and the Blue Jackets go back the other way with it. Pass into the middle, gets kicked away by Brown. Riley with a big hit down in the corner, knocking Corrali to the sideboards. Bruins get it out, and they clear back again to the neutral zone. Now they try and bring it in. Columbus trying to clear their end. Now we get a whistle here. And we get a little more shoving after the whistle. Josh Brown comes in to make acquaintances with some of the Blue Jackets players. Marchand in there as well. There's a lot of jawing going back and forth, but it breaks up here as we head to a commercial break. Just over halfway through this first period now. Still a 1-0 game. Columbus on top. And both teams starting to go back and forth a little bit here over the last few minutes. But appreciate everybody being here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget, it really means a lot. You can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted. Trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can have some fun, enjoy the game, and talk some hockey. And a lot of great games coming up. A lot of great games coming up here. On the streams this week, we've got some doubleheader coming Wednesday night. We got a big divisional matchup tomorrow. Between Minnesota and Nashville. We've got a playoff preview between the Penguins and Rangers on Thursday night. It's going to be some fun ones. Logan, what's going on? Welcome in. You never know with over-unders in hockey. I really hardly ever bet those because I never know because it completely depends on goaltending. But they did play a 5-2 game on Saturday, so could be another over game tonight, although it's been a little lower scoring to start. We'll have to see how it goes. Columbus has come out and played well so far this first period. Not true, Stu. Not true. Actually going to be missing a lot of Bruins games that I'm not streaming because I'm streaming other games. Bobby Orr won 2 Stanley Cups, Dan. He won 2 Stanley Cups with the Boston Bruins. So he has more cups than Ray Bourque. And Ray Bourque won his with Colorado. Paolo, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Aiden, what's going on? Good to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Bruins in on the forecheck now. 4th line on the ice. Spin around now. Chance in front. Poked away, though, and taken out by the Jackets. Over the red line, back the other way. All the way down. Played up the wall here by Brown. Taken by Foligno. Chipped out and knocked down there by Werenski. Back the other way. Passed too far in front, but it won't be icing because the Jackets are first on it. Good job there by Brendan Gaunce. Worked around now. Moved into the middle. Spin around shot here. Ullmark with another nice save. Quality chance in front for the Blue Jackets. Gaunce had an opportunity. But Ullmark comes up big in goal, makes another save here. Columbus has been good in this first period. They've certainly outplayed the Bruins so far. I have no idea, Aiden. There's literally like 8 contenders this year. So you put names into a hat and pick one. Eddie, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. It's going to be an offensive zone face-off now for the Jackets. 7:24 to go in the first. Played off here. Kick to the middle. Bruins are going to get it out of the zone. Here's McAvoy. Over the red line. Into the offensive end. Ikeka, what is going on? Welcome. Terry, awesome to see you in the chat. Stewie, welcome into the chat. My favorite team is the Boston Bruins, as Merzlikins makes a save there, covers that one up, and now we got some more action after the whistle here as we get another scrum. Typical of a game where the teams are playing each other 2 games in a row, and it's the second game. There's not much patience between the two. They're starting to get a little testy here early in this one. It was pretty good, Ikeka. Work today wasn't too bad. So it was pretty good. Botine, what's going on? Welcome in. I'm hoping that the Bruins will win. There's obviously a long way to go. Boston's the better team than Columbus, but that doesn't really mean anything in the NHL. See upsets in the NHL all the time. Marchand shot there, gets blocked. Columbus player looks shaken up on the shot block. Bruins take it now. They get it back up into the offensive zone. Very slow, trying to get to the bench here is the Blue Jackets player that blocked that shot. And that one's gloved again by Merzlikins. It's Jake Bean who's shaken up for the Jackets. He is not looking good on the bench. Marchand absolutely he just blasted this one-timer right into Bean. And, Jake Bean doing what you need to do these days in the NHL, and that's block shots, but he is very injured and now heading to the locker room. That does not look good. Hopefully, he's okay and it's not as bad as it looks. Sasha, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. NFL meme goat, what's going on? Welcome. You've got 85 on DeBrusque to get either a goal or assist. I could definitely see that happening. DeBrusque is on a 4-game goal streak, so he's hot right now. He's hot right now. It's definitely possible, dude. I would say that's got a somewhat decent shot of him at least getting a point in this one. Played up now. 6:10 to go in the first. Moved through here. Bruins into the offensive zone. It's Taylor Hall. That's poked away, though, as the Jackets get back defensively. They come now 3-on-3 into the attacking end. Bruins trying to do the same, back-checking wise, and they do. They break up the pass into the middle. Taylor Hall takes it back the other way. So end-to-end they go. Bruins now into the offensive zone. It's played by Pastrnak into the middle. Backhand shot, and a nice save there by Merzlikins. And that's probably Merzlikins' nicest save of the game so far, as Pasta pulls it to the middle of the ice and on the backhand gets a good opportunity. But the goaltender makes the save. It stays 1-0 now with 5:46 to go in period number 1. Columbus still on top by a goal. Someone asked earlier if when Ray Bourque won the Cup with Colorado is when I became a fan of Colorado. Yes, that Stanley Cup final in 2001. It's like the earliest Stanley Cup finals that I remember at least watching some of. And, yeah, those early 2000 Colorado teams and late 90s Colorado teams with like Sakic and Forsberg and Patrick Waugh, Rob Blake, Adam Foote, those guys. Those were the teams that made me a huge Colorado fan when I was a little kid. So I'll drop the stream schedule again for this week and these next few streams in the chat for you guys to see. We got a big one coming up tomorrow night, a divisional battle between the Minnesota Wild and Nashville Predators. Minnesota very, very hot right now. Tampa Bay and Washington, and then Vancouver and Vegas on Wednesday night. Doubleheader Wednesday night. A couple of big games there as far as this overall playoff seeding is concerned. Pittsburgh and New York on Thursday is pretty much going to be a playoff preview in all likelihood. It does look like that's going to be the 2-3 matchup in the Metro this year for the postseason in the first round. So that will be a fun one. And then this coming Sunday, the 10th, I'll be doing Boston and Washington. It's a Sunday afternoon game. Bruins and Caps. That should be an interesting one. Bruins have played very well against the Capitals this season. Yes, Aries Max. They won in 96 over the Panthers and then won again in 2001. And obviously, the Patrick Waugh trade worked out very, very well for the Colorado Avalanche. A couple of scrums, like very minor scrums, Red Rubber, nothing big. And that's pretty much it. It's kind of been back and forth since then, but nobody's scored. Working it around now, down in the corner. Columbus back into the offensive zone. Bruins trying to keep him to the outside. McAvoy steals the puck. Gets it to Lindholm, up to Coyle, and out of the zone. Back the other way now. Here comes Frederick. Drops that one off. Sends it around down low. Coyle and Smith sent out in front there. And Merzlikins has got to cover that one up. And now we got some pushing and shoving after the whistle as Frederick and Voracek get into it. And this is heating up here. This is heating up here as these two teams playing their second game in a row against each other, and it feels like it. Cap, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to see you in the chat. I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see you. Yeah. That was a good time in hockey history, Terry. I enjoyed those. Those were like the early years of me becoming a hockey fan when I was, 4 or 5 years old. Looks like we're going to get some 4-on-4 here with Frederick and Voracek going to the penalty box from that scrum. So we're going to get some 4-on-4 action again for the second time in this game. And we're going to have a lot of open ice. We're going to have a lot of open ice. Islanders, big fan. What's going on? Welcome in. Offensive zone face-off for the Bruins. Bergeron wins it back. Pass over now. Lindholm with a blast. But it... Oh, we got a penalty call right off of the face-off. Wow, Brad Marchand going to the penalty box now, and this is going to be a 4-on-3 for Columbus now. Right off of the face-off, they're going to call interference against Brad Marchand, and he is not happy about it. And it's going to be a 4-on-3 now for Columbus. So there'll really be some open ice now. 5:13 to go here in the first period. And 4-on-3. Things are going to be wide open now. Yeah, that was not a good call. That was not a good penalty call, but whatever, you deal with it and you move on, and the Bruins have a penalty to kill now. So that one goes back down behind the net. That was a brutal call there. I mean, there's interference on every single face-off if that's a penalty. If that's interference, then there's interference on every single face-off in the game. So, but that's the way it goes. So you got to fight through it. It's not, refs aren't an excuse. You got to fight through it and kill off a penalty now. So we'll see if the Bruins can do that. Columbus with it now, working around the offensive end here on the power play. 1:05 to go in the 4-on-3. Back out high now, played here, working it still. Offensive zone, Jackets with clean possession. Cross-ice pass for Werenski gets tipped. Stolen now by Bruins. Craig Smith carries it out. Or is that Coyle? Excuse me, that's Coyle. And that one's dumped all the way down now as Coyle chases after it. Bruins down to 43 seconds left on this penalty kill. Back the other way now into the offensive zone. 35 seconds left here on the Columbus power play. Moved across here, shot in by Bean. Good to see him back on the ice after blocking that shot earlier. He is back for the Blue Jackets, so I guess whatever it was, it would just hurt really bad. He took a few minutes to, get the pain down a little bit, and now he's back out on the ice. That puck's deflected up and on a play. We'll have another ozone draw for the Jackets coming up. I mean, that'd be great, Olaf. That'd be great, but with only 3 guys on the ice, it doesn't happen very often. Boston's AHL team is doing pretty well this year. I go to a good number of their games, but I don't have any time to be doing AHL on the channel. Also, I would not do AHL when I could be doing NHL games and getting 10 times more views. That just wouldn't make any sense. Allmark is in goal, Terry. Allmark's in goal for Boston. Swayman's playing tomorrow night. Leafs up 1-0 against Tampa. Good start there for Toronto. They are on an absolute heater right now. The Florida Panthers made the playoffs last year, Micah. They haven't, they've been a playoff team. They haven't won a playoff series, though, since 1996. That's what they're trying to change this year. Columbus here now, final 20 seconds of the power play, or of the 4-on-3. Once the guys come out of the box, it will go to regular 5-on-4 for like a few seconds, because the second penalty was right off of the draw. So 5 seconds now here in the 4-on-3, and Columbus brings it back up. There's 2 seconds of regular power play time, and now it's over. And we are back to 5-on-5 hockey here. And we got a shot in again by the Blue Jackets. Allmark makes the save and covers that one up with 3:01 to go in the first. Mark Stone can't come back until the playoffs, Ikeka. Unless Vegas puts somebody else on LTIR that can cover that cap space. But right now, they do not have enough cap space to bring Mark Stone back until the playoffs when the cap doesn't count anymore. Back off the wall now. Bruins trying to clear it. Taylor Hall can't get it out. Second opportunity. Jackets keep it in again at the point. Here's Riley up the boards. Chipped again. Jackets keep it in again. Boston here struggling a little bit. Their first game on the road in a couple of weeks, and it certainly looks like it. They're gonna need a better effort in period 2 than this, that's for sure. 2.5 now. Pastrnak tries to pass it back for Hall. He's pestered, keeps the puck in the zone though. Riley sends it deep. Taylor Hall gets it back. Around the net to Pastrnak. Shot in there, saved by Merzlikins. And he grabs that one. We'll get a whistle with 2:20 remaining in the first. And an offensive zone faceoff now coming up for the Bruins. Good job there in the latter half of that shift for the Taylor Hall, David Pastrnak, and Eric Halla line. Bruins here trying to tie this game up before the intermission. Thank you, Cap. Appreciate it. Very, very much appreciated. Taking it now. Back down. Columbus trying to get it out of their zone. Bruins on the forecheck. Marchand hits Corrali. Bergeron trying to keep it in. Grizzlet comes away with the puck, but out in the neutral zone. Bergeron backhands that one deep across corner. Played now by DeBrusk. DeBrusk hit there. Wrapped up down in the corner. Blue Jackets come away with the puck. Under 2 minutes now to go in the first period. Victoria, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Puck is iced now by Columbus, and it's going to be an offensive zone faceoff again for Boston with 1:49 remaining. Good to see you, Victoria, as always. Great to have you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Worked around now. Columbus wins the faceoff and will carry it out of their zone. Into the Boston end. Here's the Blue Jackets. Shot wide. Big hit there by Marchand, hammering down Andrew Peeke. Peak not getting up. Here's a chance now. DeBrusk on a breakaway, and he scores! Jake DeBrusk puts it home on the breakaway, and the Bruins tie it at 1. And Andrew Peak is still down back behind the play. But the Bruins tie this game at 1. Brad Marchand with a big hit. And Jake DeBrusk finishes it with his 5th goal in the last 5 games. And it's a 1-1 game here as the Bruins tie it up before the intermission. And Jake DeBrusk opens the scoring for Boston, ties this game at 1, and it is a 1-1 game here. And good to see Andrew Peak getting back to his skates here and headed back to the Columbus bench under his own power. That is good to see. He got rocked, but he is back to the bench under his own power. Obviously, he's going to go to the locker room to be checked out. Jake DeBrusk now has 5 goals in his last 5 games. And Marchand absolutely drove Andrew Peak there. And we have ourselves a 1-1 game. And it looks to me like Voracek might have just gotten a 10-minute misconduct here for Columbus. Avi, what is going on? Zachary, welcome in. Barry, thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Boston has just tied this game. And I think Voracek got a 10 here. He was screaming at the referees. And it's a 10-minute misconduct to Jake Voracek. We have ourselves a 1-1 game with 1:20 now remaining in the first period. Bruins put the 4th line on the ice. Back the other way now. Bruins out of their zone. In behind, Foligno will chase it against Merzlikins. Columbus trying to clear it up the wall now. And that one gets sent back in with 1 minute remaining in the first period. Game's tied up at 1. Back the other way we go. Here comes Columbus up ice. Stolen here by Lindholm. He's got a chance in behind the D. Shot and a save there as Merzlikins gets a pad on it. Pablo, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Now we got a penalty call coming up, I believe, against Boston. And it's going to be a tripping call against Nick Foligno. And Columbus is going to get a late power play here. 35 seconds left in the period. And Nick Foligno is getting a tripping penalty. It's going to be a power play for the Blue Jackets. And it will carry over into the second as long as they don't score here in the next 35 seconds. Drina, what's going on? Welcome in. Weather Spotter, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Final 35 seconds now of the first period. Dominic, what's going on? Great to see you in the chat. Thanks for coming by. That one's poked out right off of the draw there by the Bruins. And they're going to chase the Jackets all the way back to their own zone. Played over now into the offensive end. Jackets with 19 seconds left in the period. Playing this one down in the corner. Just killing some time here as Roslovic tries to dig it out. McAvoy and Carlo out there for the Bruins. Big hit. Bruins come back. McAvoy with a hit of his own. Now Bjorkstrand and Bergeron, I think, are getting into it here. And we got a big scrum here at the end of the period as Bjorkstrand and Bergeron get into it. And everybody comes together here at the end of the first. You don't see Bergeron getting involved like this very often. But he and Bjorkstrand are still tied up. They're looking like they want to go. They got a linesman there between them. Now Marchand and Carlo is into it with Laine and Werenski. And this game is certainly heated. This game is certainly heated here as these two teams are playing for the second time in a couple of days. And it certainly looks like it. As this has been physical from the start, and it is not slowing down anytime soon. And about a minute and 20, or minute and 15, no, minute and 20 seconds of the power play, or 25 seconds of the power play time is going to carry over into the second period. We got a scrum there to end the first. It's a 1-1 hockey game. 20 minutes down, 40 minutes to go, and we'll have some time now to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for the second period to begin. This has been a heated one, and that's the way it's supposed to be. This has been an exciting first, and it's just ramping up from here. So, Bruins and Jackets, 1-1, end of one. About a minute and 25 seconds of power play time for Columbus will carry over. And I cannot wait till this second period begins. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It's great to have everybody in the chat. It'd be awesome if you guys could hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everyone can come together, have some fun, and enjoy the games. Derek, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Tampa has tied the game up against the Maple Leafs. That's 1-1 now. So, yeah, Dallas lost to Seattle, but they won the game before. They were playing back-to-back. That was the second game of a back-to-back for the Stars. They beat the Sharks, and they lost to the Kraken. As of right now, Dallas is only 1 point behind Vegas for that last playoff spot. They are at 81 points. Vegas is at 82. And actually, Nashville is also at 82. So, really, Dallas has a chance to catch both Vegas and Nashville if they can win their next game. No, Vegas is 1 point ahead of Dallas, Terry. I'm literally looking at the standings right now. Vegas is 1 point ahead of Dallas. Dallas would have gone back ahead of them if they had won last night, but they lost 4-1. Calgary has been rather cold lately, yes, but they're playing tonight. They've got a chance to get some revenge against the Kings tonight. Well, yeah, obviously Dallas has more games left. Dallas has more games left than almost all of the other teams, but that doesn't change anything in the standings until those extra games are played. Games in hand don't count until they're not games in hand anymore and you actually get some points out of them. Vancouver's next game, I believe, is Wednesday. Yeah, Vancouver's next game is Wednesday against Vegas. That is a huge, huge game for the Canucks against the Golden Knights Wednesday night. If Vancouver loses that one, I think they're pretty much out of it as far as playoff contention goes. I don't think they're going to get in if they lose Wednesday. That's going to put them, I think, too far back of the Golden Knights. They're 8 points back right now. If they go down 10 points to Vegas, I think they're done at that point. Jackets have like a minute 25 of power play time, Ikeka, carrying over. Wow, Dominic is calling an upset, thinking that the Coyotes are going to beat the Blues tonight. That would be quite the upset. Especially in St. Louis. That'd be quite the upset. Rick Bowness is the coach of the Dallas Stars. Yeah, I mean, Winnipeg is still somewhat in striking distance, but very much a long shot at this point. I think it's really going to come down to Dallas and Vegas. Like, it's going to come down to Dallas and Vegas. In my opinion, Edmonton, I think has obviously been playing really well. I think they're in good shape. LA doesn't have that many games left. They only have 11 games left, but LA's got 86 points. They only need to go 500 the rest of the way, and they're in. Nashville, though, is starting to get a little worrisome. Now, they do only have 68 games played, so that's good for the Predators, but they're down at 82 points now, which is tied with Vegas, so the Preds have been slipping a little bit. Prosperous, what is going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. And thank you so much, member, for 3 months on the channel. That is awesome, Prosperous. Let's get that hype in the chat. Weather, I mean, it's always, of course it's possible, but, you know, there's anyone that's within, like, single-digit points of each other, it's still possible, but it's just, I wouldn't say it's likely to happen, but it's definitely possible. Tampa would definitely have to lose a lot of games the rest of the way, though. Aaron, what is going on? Welcome in. Snow, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Axie, welcome back. Yo, we getting rated right now? Hey, everybody from HTH, what is going on, guys? Welcome in. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you all in the chat. Thanks for coming by. Thank you so much to John. What an absolute legend. HTH dropping the raid. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is awesome. Really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for coming by. We're here at the first intermission of this one. I got Bruins in Columbus 1-1 at the end of one. It's been a feisty game so far, and it's only ramping up as it goes along. HTH, thank you so much, my man. Hey, thank you so much, Jacoby. Really, really appreciate it. Everybody, let's give Jacoby some hype. New sub to the channel. Welcome in. Appreciate all you guys coming by. Thank you guys so much as we are here at the intermission. Colby, what's going on? Snow, appreciate you being here. Hey, there you go, Aaron. That's awesome. Colby, thank you so much for subscribing. Snow, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome, everybody. Welcome all of you into the chat. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Appreciate the raid. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Yuri. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much, Aaron. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome all the subs. Let's get some sub hype for all the new subscribers that have come in the chat. LIBTV, what's going on? First time here. Thank you for coming in. Really, really appreciate it. Welcome to all the subs. Thank you guys so much. You guys are legends. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First intermission here, chatting it up. All things NHL here while we wait for the second period to begin. We've got Blue Jackets and Bruins in a tie game. After one, it's going to be a fun second, that's for sure. Things are heated already in this one. Things are heated. Also got a 1-1 game going between the Maple Leafs and the Lightning. That game's tied 1-1 in the first period. And then coming up at 8 o'clock, St. Louis and Arizona will drop the puck. And at 10:30, Calgary against LA in a big one out in the Pacific Division. Colby, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Colby. Well, they can activate him come playoff time, Prosperous. Once they get to the playoffs, they can activate him. But they can't before the playoffs without going over the cap. But I mean, Vegas has got to get to the playoffs first of all. Like, they're in a big fight right now with Dallas to even get to the playoffs. Ikeka, next, like, big subscriber milestone is 10K. 10K is the next big milestone. Like, obviously, like, you'll have 8K and 9K along the way, but, like, the big, like, nice round number that's coming up next is 8K. That's the big one. Or, excuse, no, it's 10K. 10K is the next, like, major milestone. Yeah, Gibson had a rough night last night, but I will give him a fair assessment though that the team in front of him didn't really bring much of an effort either. So, you know, when your goaltender kind of gets hung out to dry like that, kind of sucks. Not much the goalie can do by himself. Yo, Vernon with the 5. Let's get that Dono hype in the chat. Thank you so much, Vernon. Really, really appreciate it, man. Dropping a 5 on the stream. Dono, thank you so much. That is awesome. Matthew, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Tonight's first goal was Emil Bemstrom for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Second goal was for Boston. It was Jake DeBrusk on a breakaway. Kobe, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you. Really, really appreciate it. Kimberly, welcome into the stream. Thank you so much for watching. Yes, 2011, I remember it well. Boston won the cup. I went to the Stanley Cup parade, actually, after that win. And it was awesome. That was, those were good times back then, that's for sure. Joey with the 1. Thank you so much, Joey. Some hype in the chat for Joey as well. Really, really appreciate that, man. That is awesome. Thank you so much for your support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, Jason Robertson's an absolute superstar, Terry. Like, I feel like he's one of the most underrated players in the NHL. Like, I feel like he very much flies under the radar. But Robertson's got 32 goals this year in 63 points in 60 games. He's only 22. He is very, very good. Talk about the Jets. I mean, they're trying to desperately hang on to some sort of playoff hopes, but They are 6 points out of a playoff spot right now, and they have 12 games left. I mean, they're going to need Dallas and Vegas to really play pretty lousy down the stretch for Winnipeg to get in. But they're not completely out of contention yet, but they can't afford many more losses. They pretty much need to win. Of their remaining 12 games, I feel like Winnipeg's going to have to win like 10 of them to get in. They're going to need to win at least 9 or 10 of their remaining games to get in my opinion. Blues are heavy favorites in that game against Arizona, but obviously we see plenty of upsets in the NHL. It's not uncommon to see, you know, teams that are not expected to win pull off a win from time to time, so you never know. Scott, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yes, Florida is the first team to officially clinch a playoff berth. But they are officially in the playoffs now. So they're the first team to officially clinch. Although, I mean, we obviously know, like, Toronto, Tampa, Carolina, the Rangers, Penguins, Minnesota, Calgary, like Colorado. Like, we know who a lot of the playoff teams are, but they haven't, like, mathematically clinched a spot yet. Colorado, or I'm surprised it wasn't Colorado. I'm surprised it wasn't Colorado that first clinched, but it was Florida that first clinched a playoff spot here. But I think Colorado has a chance to clinch pretty soon because, I mean, they're already at 104 points. Like, how... I don't understand how they're not mathematically mathematically clinched with 104 points yet. Like, that's crazy that they're not officially in. But we know that they're going to be. All right, Yuri, have a great night. Thank you so much for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. Have a great rest of your night, and it was awesome to meet you and have you come by the stream tonight. Thank you so much. We're getting ready here for second period action. Well, the Leafs are definitely going to make the playoffs, Austin. It's just, you know, do they finally get that win in the playoffs that they've been so desperately trying to get? Is this year the year? No, the only team with an X next to their name in the standings is the Florida Panthers. They're the only team in the NHL that have officially clinched a playoff spot yet. Seattle is not even close to making the playoffs, Aaron. All right, we're getting ready here for the start of period 2. Columbus is going to have 1 minute and 24 seconds of power play time carry over into the second period. So they are going to have a pretty decent amount of power play time here to start. No, Andrew, look at the standings. Look at the standings page. There is one team with an X next to their name, and Florida is the only one. Carolina is still only at 98 points. They're not even to 100 yet. I think when they get to 100, they'll probably have clinched. So, here we are getting ready for drop the puck. Second period about to begin here. 1-1 game, all tied up between the Bruins and Blue Jackets. Here we go now, period number 2. Bruins still have some penalty killing to do. We'll see if they can keep it up. Looks like Bergeron and Bjorkstrand also got penalties at the end of that period for that scrum that they started. So they're in the penalty box as well. So penalty boxes are pretty full here for both of these teams, as there's 2 Blue Jackets players and 2 Bruins in the penalty box right now. Jackets can't get that one in on goal. It's blocked away up and out of play. We get a whistle here. 1:04 still to go on the advantage. Just 21 seconds into the second period here. Shane Sherlock, what's going on? Welcome in. Thanks for coming by. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to see you here. Moved back out now. And cleared by Boston. Back to get it is Columbus. Drop pass here. Trying to carry it with some speed up through the neutral zone. Gus Nyquist passes it off to Line into the offensive end. Back to the point. Werenski has it. Moved over now. Played down in the corner. Back out high. Over here to Line with a blast. That shot gets blocked by Curtis Lazar, and that's up and out of play. And 33 seconds to go on the power play here. Bruins doing a good job on the kill so far. Kirill, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. My favorite Bruins player, Nathan, is Patrice Bergeron. 19:08 here to go in the second. Just getting going in the middle frame. Still 33 seconds of power play time for the Jackets. That one gets one back to the point. Line has it. Plays it. Over now. Werenski works it down low. Shot in there. Omark with a good shoulder save. Played off here around the net. Brad Marchand on the half boards. Clears that one out. Backhands it all the way down the ice. The Colorado Avalanche, Aaron. Back the other way now. Into the offensive zone. Final 5 seconds. That deflects up and out of play, though, and we're going to get a whistle. 4 seconds to go on the power play. And we're going to get a whistle here. Offensive zone faceoff coming up again for Columbus. Almost back to even strength here. One more faceoff. See if the Bruins can kill this off. That one's won now by the Bruins. Penalty comes to an end. Bruins are out of their zone into the offensive end. Shot in there. Merzlikkin's got to cover it up. And we get a quick whistle. Now we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. 18:31 to go here in period 2. Foligno is out of the box, and we're back to even strength. Yeah, Patrice Bergeron's awesome. Brad Marchand, great player for a long time. David Pasternak's a great player. I mean, there's a lot of good ones to choose from for sure. But Bergeron, just for like how long he's been with the Bruins and how good of a player he's been for how long with the Bruins, he's my favorite. So that one gets rimmed up the wall there. Cleared out by the Jackets. Pasternak back to play it. Gets it over to Carlo. Bruins with possession now through the neutral zone. Dumped into the offensive end, and that's icing as comes from behind the red line, and nobody gets a piece of it. Puck's going to come back now to the Bruins zone. Just under 2 minutes into the second period here. Appreciate everybody watching. Thank you guys all so much. It's awesome to have you in the chat. Good one going here between Columbus and Boston. Tied game on the scoreboard and very physical and feisty as well. The way it's supposed to be. Taken back now. Carlo off the wall, out of the zone, cleared there. Columbus has to take it back in the neutral zone. Oh, I love Trent Frederick, Nathan. Absolutely love Trent Frederick. One of my favorites for sure. Up over the red line now. That one's poked away. Bruins take it back, though. Here's Grzelcyk into the offensive zone. He fires one in, but his stick snaps in half. Taylor Hall down in the corner. Has a couple guys on him. He gets taken down. Columbus trying to clear the puck out. Off the boards there. Knocked down and back in the other way. We got Taylor Hall down on the ice. And I think he just got hit up high by Gavrikov. And he is holding his face here. Not sure if it's his mouth or his nose. I think it's his mouth. Taylor Hall caught something up high here. I don't know if it was a stick or an elbow, but he caught something up high. It looks like it was a stick. As the referee makes a high sticking call here against Vladislav Gavrikov, and the Bruins are going to be going to the power play with a chance to take a lead in this game. See exactly what happened here. Oh, I think it was the butt end of his stick, I believe. And Hall is bleeding from his mouth pretty badly. He's going to have to get that. He's going to have to get that bleeding stopped before he can go back out there. I think it was the butt end of the stick for Gavrikov. And this is a 4-minute high-sticking double minor to Vlad Gavrikov. And this is going to give the Bruins 4 minutes of power play time and a chance to take a lead in this game. As it's played back to McAvoy, now they set up in the offensive zone. Out high here, Pastrnak has it, plays it through to Marchand in the corner, back to Bergeron. Oh, that's awesome, Terry. Back the other way now. Here's Columbus, shorthanded, trying to get around McAvoy. Can't get a clean shot off. Back the other way. Columbus doing a good job playing keep away. Here's Nyquist with it. 30 seconds already killed off of the penalty. Bruins trying to glove it down. It's Marchand. Plays it cross ice now over the red line. He was bleeding pretty good, Ikeka. It's going to take him a bit, I think, to get that bleeding stopped. Is Werenski with a hit on Bergeron. McAvoy can't keep the puck in. Columbus clears it down again. Good start to the penalty kill here for the Blue Jackets. Boston looking a little bit too lackadaisical here. They got to play with a better sense of urgency. It seems almost like, because 4 minutes is such a long time, they've kind of taken, they thought it was going to be easy, and they kind of took the foot off the gas, and they got to get playing with some urgency here. Lazar was traded with Taylor Hall in the to Boston from Buffalo, John. So he was with the Bruins at the end of last season, when same trade as Taylor Hall. Back the other way now into the offensive zone. Pass into the middle for Columbus. That one doesn't connect with Danforth, though. Blue Jackets have had the better of the opportunities, and they're shorthanded right now. And now we're going to get a holding call against the Bruins, and that's going to do it for the power play. Lindholm's going to head to the penalty box, and we're going to go 4-on-4 again. And honestly, that might not even necessarily be a bad thing, because Boston's power play was doing absolutely nothing. Now we're going to get some 4-on-4 time for the next couple of minutes, and that might not be a bad thing given how poor Boston's power play was looking there. I've seen some episodes of it, Ikeka, but I don't watch it like every week or anything like that. So we're going to get 4-on-4 now. 16 minutes to go in the second period. Lindholm came from the Anaheim Ducks at the trade deadline, Aaron. Junior, what's going on? Welcome in. I have no idea. I can't predict the future, so I don't know who's going to win. I'm watching to try and find out. Hopefully the Bruins, but Columbus has played pretty well in this game. They're working it around now in the offensive zone. Bruins steal it back. Here they come up ice out. Coyle with it. Carlo jumps into the play, then turns the puck over. Luckily, Columbus just chips it back to the neutral zone and doesn't maintain possession. Bruins back into the offensive end. Chance in there. Merzlikins. That one goes off a skate. And here's Taylor Hall now. Good to see him back out on the ice. It looks like they got the bleeding stopped on Hall. 1:20 to go here in the 4-on-4. Bruins still with possession of the puck. Bruins have more possession now since they've gone 4-on-4 than they did when they were on the power play. McAvoy gets around Sillinger, works it down low, around the net, back out high for Coyle. Coyle passes it over now. Riley with a shot. That one's blocked aside to the corner. Back the other way now. Here's Laine as Columbus comes back into the offensive end. Laine drops it off. Gets it through there to Bean. See you later, Aaron. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Played down low. Laine here. Pass out to the point. Werenski chips it through again. Bruins trying to take away the middle of the ice. Columbus, everything kept to the outside so far. Working around it goes. Thrown in there. Ullmark makes a save and covers it up with 31 seconds left in the 4-on-4. 14:31 to go here in the second. Stone Cold, what is going on? Hell yeah. Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Adam, what's going on? Good to see you. Sandra, welcome into the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. And we got ourselves quite a game going here. Tight one between Columbus and Boston. Defensive zone faceoff. One back by the Bruins there. They'll try and bring it out of their zone now. Cleared up through neutral ice into the offensive end. Just onside. Grzelcyk jumping into the play. Back to Marchand. Marchand with a shot. And a save there by Merzlikins, and he'll cover that one up. 15 seconds left in the 4-on-4, and we're going to get an O-zone faceoff for Boston. Bruins' first road game in quite a while, and in some ways it certainly looked like it. Like they haven't been at their best tonight, but they also haven't been terrible. But they definitely haven't been at their elite level. They've been it looks like it's their first road game in a while, but they're coming off a really long homestand. Back the other way now. Here comes Robinson. Stolen away from him by Pastrnak. Back to the neutral zone. Lindholm comes out of the box. The 4-on-4 is over. There's a little bit of time remaining in Gavrikov's penalty, so the Bruins are going to get a few seconds of power play time left as Bergeron brings it into the offensive zone. Yes, Junior. Chance in front. There, that one just sent wide. Connor Clifton is healthy scratched, Ikeka. Final seconds tick off of Gavrikov's penalty now for the high stick. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Bergeron into the offensive zone for Boston. Still 1-1 on the scoreboard. 13:25 to go here in the second. Here's Sillinger into the offensive zone for Columbus. Drops it off for Robinson. Plays it down low now. In the corner, here's Werenski jumping into the play. Bruins trying to take it away from him. They get it out of the zone. Back now, played up. Columbus gets possession again. 13 minutes to go here in the second as Christensen dumps it into the offensive zone. Mike Riley's there to play it for the Bruins. Long stretch pass out. Getting a piece of it was Foligno, and he taps it into the attacking end. Columbus has to regroup in their own zone. Moved through the middle now. Bruins steal the puck. Over the red line into the offensive end. Here's Trent Frederick. He fans on a shot. Bruins keep it in at the point. Played down low now. Lazar. Frederick chases behind the net. Pinching is McAvoy. He takes a hit. Nosek comes in. Hampus Lindholm keeps it in at the blue line. Plays it through here to Smith in the middle. Shot there. Good save by Merzlikins. Gets a pad on it. Bruins swarming in the attacking zone. Trying to get the cycle game going. Here's one in on goal. Fired wide. Played around here. Taken by Craig Smith, out high, shot there, and he scores! Craig Smith rips one by Merzlikins, and the Bruins have the lead. It's 2-1 with 12:08 to go in the second. And a big goal there for the Bruins and Craig Smith as they take their first lead of the game and go up 2-1 over the Blue Jackets. Beautiful shot there from Smith, who has gotten really, really hot here in the second half of the season. And this line of Coyle, Smith, and Frederick continues to be a tremendous producing line for the Bruins. And they have been awesome since being put together. And they put another one on the scoreboard here tonight. 12 minutes now to go here in the second as we are back underway. Bruins pass it around in their own end. Here's Grzelcyk with the puck. Played up now to Carlo, jumping into the play over the blue line and into the offensive zone. Sends it around, trying to find Taylor Hall. Played down low behind the net. Turn through now. Sillinger takes a hit, gets the stick up on Hall. Hall is not happy about that, but gets the puck right back into the attacking zone. Here's Taylor Hall trying to get a backhand pass into the middle, but it doesn't get through. Line change coming now for Boston. Columbus will get one as well as they regroup in their own end. Jake Bean with the puck. Bean with it now. 11:17 to go in the second period. Brian, what's going on, man? Welcome in. It's awesome to see you in the chat. Thanks so much for coming by. Really appreciate it. Played up here by Gavrikov. Chasing after Brown. Big hit by Corrali on the forecheck. Up the boards it goes. Columbus keeps it in. Werenski with it. Trying to work this one to the middle. Danforth down in the corner. Hit by Riley. Bergeron gets in there. Can't get it out. Werenski plays it through the middle. Nobody home. Kept it at the point, though, by the Jackets. Kyle, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Thanks so much for coming by. Awesome to see you in the chat. Worked out high now. We got 10:35 to go. Bruins finally clear. No, they get to the blue line, but not out. Columbus keeps it in again. Trying to get this goal back and even things back up. Good pressure here. Finally, Bergeron just gets a stick in the passing lane, and it deflects up and out of play. We get a whistle with 10:23 to go in the second, and we will finally head to our first commercial break of period 2. We are close to the halfway point of this one, and Craig Smith has given the Bruins a 1-goal lead. Up 2-1 in Columbus as we head to a commercial break. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It's awesome to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget, it means a lot if you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to build a community where we can have some fun and talk some hockey. Upcoming stream schedule also in the chat, so you guys know what's coming up over the next 6 or 7 days or so as far as streams are concerned. John, what is going on, man? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. We are ticking down towards the halfway point of this one. Boston in good shape right now. It's been a good close game, though. I mean, Columbus has brought their skating game. They took the lead up 1-0. Bruins have been able to come back, but it's been a good back and forth hockey game. Pretty tight game so far. Big goal, though, for the Bruins to get on top, because now I think the Bruins can get more into their game now that they have the lead and can kind of control a little bit more of the tempo here. Garrett, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat for Garrett, everybody, and give a warm welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really appreciate it. I've had sponsors on throughout the year, Jason. Like, this Super Deeker graphic's been up a bunch. I've got 3 different sponsors with the channel. The Picks of the Week videos are sponsored by BetUS. Super Deeker's a sponsor, and Score Check is a sponsor as well, which I've run the Score Check ad for the Google Chrome extension. Defensive zone face-off won here by the Bruins as we come back from break. Trying to work this one through. The Columbus comes back the other way. Not making things easy possession-wise for the Bruins. Hey, Water King, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. It's going well. Appreciate you coming by. McAvoy's up to 40 assists. Nice. That's the number you want to see him hitting. I'd like to see him hit 50. Moved up now. Columbus gets it in the neutral zone. Sillinger back the other way. Top of the circle, shot in there, ripped wide of Ullmark, down in the corner, both teams go after it. A hockey player, what's going on? Welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you coming by. 9:20 to go here now in the second. Columbus forechecking hard in the offensive zone. Bruins can't get it out. Lazar can't clear there. Columbus keeps it in. Pass into the middle. Gavrikov trying to get this one back through. It's backhanded just wide. Out high again, over now. Here's Sillinger with it. He fires a shot. Ullmark gets a piece. That goes high off the end glass. Big save there by Linus Ullmark. Bruins trying to keep it out of the middle of the ice, but Columbus pushing hard, looking to tie this game back up. Finally, the Bruins get it to the red line, but it's not out. It's not all the way down. It is out. It's not all the way down. They don't get it far enough to get a full line change. Now Lazar heads off as the puck deflects up and into the bench area there. We're going to get a whistle with 8:38 to go here in period 2, and we're going to head to another quick commercial break here. Past the halfway point of this one. Second period action, Bruins still up 2-1. Yeah, those two lines have been absolutely phenomenal, Water King. They found the right combinations, that's for sure. They finally found the right combinations. They've looked awesome. So, second period action here. Bruins holding on to a 1-goal lead. Columbus pushing hard, though, the last few minutes. Trying to get that game back tied and make it 2-2. Ever since Boston scored their second goal, Columbus has pushed back hard. This is gonna be a fight to the finish, I think. Both teams are playing tough against each other here tonight. Definitely not, Water King. Definitely not. Andrew, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It's been a good game. It's been a good game, Andrew. A lot of fun. Appreciate you coming by. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, Austin. You've been subscribed for quite a while. Quite a while now. Coming back from the commercial break, getting ready to get back to the action. And Bruins able to get it out of the zone off of the face-off. Daily Sports Talk, what is going on? Rick, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Into the offensive zone now. Christensen stands up Frederick. Bruins try and get in on the forecheck, but not able to. Frederick's headed off to the bench. And it's taken now Corrali into the offensive zone for Columbus. Frederick looked shaken up there. He immediately went to the bench after taking that hit. Hopefully he's all right, but he's been banged up at different points throughout the year this season, so hopefully it's just a little bit of a stinger or something. He's able to come back. As that one's taken now by David Pastrnak. Passes it up to Eric Holla. That one goes by him. Gavrikov will play it. 7:40 to go here in the second. Definitely was Water King, big time. Daily Sports Talk, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Awesome to have you in the chat. As Boston can't get that one deep, Columbus comes back the other way. Roslovic sends it in behind the goal. All the way played down behind the net. Alcides, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for coming by. Good to have you. That's all the way down. Pastrnak beats out the icing. Gets it away from Jake Bean. Bruins still have possession here. Offensive zone. Pasta to the middle. Trying to get that one through it on Merzlikins. Marchand just misses it wide. Taken back now as we tick under 7 minutes to go. Second period. Back out in the neutral zone. Gavrikov with a hit on Marchand. Bruins dump it in, though. Bean takes it behind the net. Here's Sillinger with it now. And that one deflects up and out of play. We'll get a stoppage with 6:28 to go. Second period action, 6:28 to go. Columbus with it now. Voracek into the offensive end. Sends it down low. Playing it around here. Bruins trying to clear. Marchand to DeBrusk. Here's DeBrusk cutting to the middle around Werenski. And Werenski gets back and makes a play. And then the Bruins cover it up. And now everybody going after Marchand. DeBrusk gets it. Everybody piles in. We got him going back behind the net. Peak was trying to get at Marchand. And everybody else came flying in. And we got everybody going behind the net now as all 5 guys for each team come together. Bruins D in there as well. Marchand is yapping at somebody. I think it's the referee. And these teams come together again. And this one has been a feisty one here tonight, and looks like it's going to continue all game long. Bruin, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Sillinger and Peak went to find Marchand after that whistle blew when Merzlikins covered it up. And then DeBrusk, Bergeron, McAvoy, everybody else piled in. And it became a full 5-on-5 scrum there as everybody got into it. McAvoy manhandled Sillinger, threw him right off of the pile. Threw him right down to the ice. And Marchand and Peak are going to get matching minors here for roughing. So this is going to go 4-on-4 again. And this is literally like the 4th time in this game that we've had 4-on-4. We've played a lot of 4-on-4 here in this one, and we're getting it again. Oh, is it really, Victoria? That's awesome. Well, happy birthday to him as well. That is absolutely awesome. As we're going to get 2 minutes of 4-on-4 here with 6:07 to go in the second period. And this game continues to be very, very heated between the Blue Jackets and Bruins. It's their final meeting of the season. They just played on Saturday. And they're playing again tonight. And it certainly looks like the second game of a back-to-back. Happy birthday to Thomas. He's an absolute beauty. I hope he had a great day. Happy birthday to him. So it's going to be a neutral zone draw now, right outside of the Columbus end. 4-on-4 action for the next 2 minutes. And the Columbus wins the drawback. They'll try and carry it out of their zone. They almost turn it over. Little fumbling with the puck. Now they give it away to Pastrnak. And Pastrnak draws a penalty. It's going to be a hook against the Blue Jackets. Bruins are going to go to the power play here. Lindholm being chased. And finally Columbus touches up. And Boston is going to go to the 4-on-3 now. As David Pastrnak was able to steal the puck, get in behind, and Sean Corrali is going to go for a hooking call. And that is going to put Boston on the man advantage. All right, Andrew, I mean, whatever. I'm watching on Nesson, so you don't need to tell me what other channel it's on. I'm obviously watching the game. We're going to a commercial break here. This will be the last commercial break of the second period. Bruins going to the 4-on-3 power play. Actually, it's going to be it's not a regular power play. It's a 4-on-3. And Boston's going to have a chance to extend the lead here, as they will have some power play time against Columbus. Boston has won both games. Boston's won both games against the Blue Jackets so far this season. This is their third and final meeting. Obviously trying to sweep the season series. What's going on, 66? Welcome in. Leafs take the lead over Tampa 2-1. I think that game was still 1-1. Yeah, 2-1 lead now for Toronto early in the second period. Oh, there's no doubt about that, Patrick. There is no doubt about that. So we're coming back from the commercial break here. Bruins going to have some 4-on-3 time. Just updated dropped my stream schedule in the chat. So you guys know what's coming up. We are getting down to we're in the final few weeks of the regular season here. Teams have, around 12, 13 games left. Some teams are down to only about 10 or 11 games left. Turned over there. Columbus clears it all the way down. Good start to the penalty kill for them. 1:08 still to go on the 4-on-3. I am more than ready for the playoffs to start. I am very, very excited for the playoffs this year. The matchups are going to be incredibly good. 55 seconds now to go. Played down here. In front, that one hops over the stick out of the zone. Bruins have to chase. Here's Taylor Hall now, bringing it back in for Boston. Setting up in the offensive zone. Hall trying to pass it in front. Passes deflected away and cleared down the ice by Columbus. Bruins power play has not been very effective in this game. 25 seconds now to go in the 4-on-3. Pastrnak has it out high. Switches with Bergeron. Passes it across. Taylor Hall can't play that one. Back the other way now. Here come the Blue Jackets. 2-on-1 shorthanded. Chance for Columbus. They drop it to the trailer. Werenski takes it around the net. Passes it out now into the middle. Gavrikov shot. And a big save there by Ullmark. Bruins take the puck back the other way. 4-on-3 comes to an end. Now it's a regular power play for Boston. Into the offensive zone. 5-on-4. Shot there. That one blocked by Merzlikins. Gets a pad on it, and that goes up and out. 23 seconds to go on the power play. Ozone draw coming for the Bruins. 4 minutes remaining in the second period. No, Nathan, as I've told you multiple times, my second favorite team is Colorado. No, Columbus Skins is not making the playoffs this year, no. Yeah, good save there by Ullmark. That could have easily been a shorthanded goal for the Blue Jackets, but Ullmark came up large. Here's Lindholm with a high shot, saved by Merzlikins. And the rebound gets cleared all the way down. Trying to take it now. Here's Charlie Coyle through the neutral zone. Final seconds ticking off the power play. Bruins with one last shot. That one's sent wide, and it looks like it deflected up and into the netting. We get a whistle here with 3:37 to go in the second period. Bruins maintain the 2-1 lead, but not able to extend it here on the power play, and it continues to be a one goal game here in this one. Bruins top line going to come out onto the ice now. Or no, they've got the third line out minus Frederick. Frederick is still down the tunnel. It looks like he's injured. So DeBrusk is playing now on the third line with Coyle and Smith, and also playing on the right wing with Marchand and Bergeron as well. So DeBrusk getting some work here. As a long shot from Carlo gets stopped by Merzlikins. Here's Smith. He loses that one, though, to Voracek, who can't get it out of the zone. Columbus with a second chance. This time they do clear. Werenski drops it for Laine. Back through, trying to get it to Werenski. It goes off his skate to the corner. Past Laine now. DeBrusk comes back the other way, but then loses the puck. Laine steals it back. 3 minutes to go in the second. And that one deflects up into the bench area in front of the Blue Jackets there. We'll get a stoppage, and 2:59 to go in the second period. We've got a neutral zone face-off coming up. This game continues to be very, very tight as the Bruins and Blue Jackets go back and forth. Columbus has played well in this game and has played very hard. Over the red line. That one gets dumped in as well. Wrapped around. Lazar chases. Can't keep it in. Back the other way. Nyquist for Columbus. Deep into the offensive zone. Down low here. Bemstrom comes in, but stolen away by Nosek. Bruins get it out. Neutral ice now. Brought up into the attacking end. Here's a chance. Shot in there. Merzlikins with the save on Nosek, and he covers that one up. And now we get some more chatting after the whistle. Have a good night, Matthew. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you on the stream as always. And great to have you here. Hope you have a great night and a good day at work tomorrow. So we've got a offensive zone face-off now for the Bruins coming up. 2:34 to go in the second period. One back defensively, though, by the Blue Jackets. Corrali gets hit by Lazar, but clears it out of the zone. Dumped into the offensive end now. Jackets go in on the forecheck. Josh Brown takes a hit there from Danforth. Bruins move it, though, and they get it up and cleared out to neutral ice. Gavrikov tries to knock it down. Columbus gets it back here. Played behind the net. Taken now by Corrali in the offensive zone. 2:05 to go in the second period. Back out to the blue line. Columbus with a long shot that gets blocked. Bruins clear. Merzlikins will play it. Bergeron chases. Goes in on the forecheck. Makes Bean do a spin around. Then holds him behind the net. Jake Bean's just going to slow things down now. DeBrusk in the front of the crease. Bruins top line on the ice. Move down to the corner now. Columbus trying to work it back out of their end. Up to Voracek. Voracek. Pass across. Into the offensive zone. Werenski carries. Slides one in. Patted away by Ullmark. And then he grabs it along the outside of the goal with the glove. And we get a whistle now with 1:11 remaining in the second period. And an offensive zone face-off coming up for Columbus. I'm just hoping for exciting games in the playoffs, Andrew. I mean, I'm just hoping for good, exciting games that are fun to watch. I'm not going to worry too much about who's in it and, you know, who's matched up against who and who goes far and whatnot. I'm just hoping for great games. It looks like the matchups are going to be really, really good, particularly the first round. The way that the first round is shaping up. I'm really excited for the playoffs, and I'm just hoping for great action and really fun games to watch. Columbus clears that one now. Here's Voracek in the offensive end. He spins away from a hit. Gets it now, down to the circle. That one gets poked to the corner. Up the wall it goes. Laine keeps it in for Columbus. 25 seconds to go. It's stolen away from him, but they can't get it out. And the Lightning tie the game up with the Leafs 2-2. Boy, that has overtime written all over it. As we get a shot in here, and Werenski scores! It's tied up as Columbus, with 15 seconds to go in the second period, ties it at 2. Zach Werenski with a shot from the face-off circle, and he beats Ullmark high glove side. It's a 2-2 game. Zach Werenski in his first game back after an upper body injury. Kept him out for the last 3. Ties this game at 2 with a beautiful shot high over the shoulder of Ullmark. Bruins don't get the puck out of the zone, and it comes back to bite them. And now this game is tied with 15 seconds to go in the second period. It looks like this one is probably going to come down to the third period, much like Saturday's game. Much like Saturday's game did. I don't think there's going to be... The Bruins are looking at this for possible offsides, but I don't think there's going to be any sort of conclusive evidence to this being offsides. Oh, no, they're not challenging offsides. They're challenging a high stick. This is almost never... This almost never happens. This almost never happens. They are challenging for a high stick by Gavrikov keeping the puck in the zone. You very rarely see this challenge. Is there going to be conclusive evidence here of the puck being played above his shoulder? I mean, that's a tough one to call back. I don't think this is going to get overturned. I don't think you're going to have enough conclusive evidence to overturn the call on the ice. I think it's very unlikely that this gets called back. Jamie, I have no idea. It looked like it was going to be Swayman, but then they've gone back to Ullmark here quite a bit the last few games. So, I honestly have no idea. We'll find out when the playoffs start, I guess. I don't think there's any like conclusive enough evidence here to change the call that was made on the ice. They're certainly taking a look at it, but I'd be surprised if they overturn the call here. None of these camera angles have given anything that's really conclusive or obvious. Sometimes, Andrew. I haven't been much recently because I've been quite busy recently, but sometimes I do, yeah. I bet on Edmonton last night. That worked out very well. That was an easy win. John, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Good to see you in the chat. Yeah, this is gonna be a failed coach's challenge. So it's going to be a power play coming up for Columbus, most likely. Unless Boston gets some sort of miracle call change here, but I don't see it based on these replays. Zach Werenski scored, Scott, but it's currently under review. I think it's still going to be a goal. Yeah, it's a good goal. The goal counts. It's 2-2, and Boston's going to have to kill off a penalty now. I don't think that was a very smart challenge. High sticks, like a high stick, keeping the puck in the zone like that is just not... Unless there's some sort of conclusive evidence on camera, that's not something that's going to get overturned. So that's a goal now, and Columbus has tied this game late here in the second period. And now Boston's got to kill off a penalty. And that one's one back off of the face-off. 10 seconds to go in the second. Cleared out of the zone. Bruins send it all the way down. And that is pretty much going to kill off the second period here. That does it. Horn sounds. Minute 45 of power play time for Columbus will carry over into the third period. But we are headed to the second intermission here with a 2-2 game. As this game is tied up here in as we head into the second intermission. And it's been a tight one. It's been a tight one the entire way. Columbus scored first. Bruins then scored 2 goals to make it a 2-1 lead. But then Columbus answered Zach Werenski ties it at 2. And we are headed in now to the second intermission. And it's going to be a big third period coming up. It's going to be a big third period coming up here, but we're going to have some time now to hang out and chill in the chat while we wait for period number 3 to begin. Thank you guys so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have everyone in the chat. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL. Fans of all teams, welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a community where we can have some fun and talk hockey. Got the upcoming stream schedule in the chat as well, so you guys know what streams are coming up. Yeah, that was not a great challenge, and now Boston's going to have to try and kill off a penalty because of it. But you know, they've had a decent penalty kill this year. Hopefully that continues. So, the Bruins dominated the third period against Columbus on Saturday night, and they're going to have to try and do that same thing again here on Monday night. Boston and Columbus, when they played on Saturday, went into the third period 2-2, just like this one here tonight. They were tied up going into the third. Boston scored 3 unanswered goals in the third period and won. They won 5-2. Boston's going to have to try and do the same thing here tonight. I am not at all surprised that Seattle didn't make the playoffs, John. Not at all surprised. Minnesota-Nashville's tomorrow night. Wednesday's a doubleheader. Tampa Bay, Washington, and Vancouver, Vegas. Minnesota-Nashville's tomorrow night. That is going to be a really good one. I'm very excited for that. 2 goals for Matthews tonight. The Leafs get the lead back, and it is 53 now for Austin Matthews. Nope, Matthews is now at 53 goals. And no, you don't raid somebody the same day that they raided you, Victoria, because then it makes it look like you're just doing it because they raided you. Draisaitl played last night, 66. Yeah, during the first intermission. During the first intermission, Victoria, he sent people here. So I will definitely raid him back at some point, but not on the same night that he raided me. Draisaitl played last night and scored. I don't think he didn't seem injured last night. I don't know if anything's happened since then. A hell of a lot better than Connor Clifton, Avi. A hell of a lot better than Connor Clifton. I am definitely not going to Toronto, 66. I don't even have a passport. I haven't been out of the country since I was like 11 years old. So I don't even have a passport. So I can't leave the U.S. I wouldn't be able to get back in. Yes, John. There's a lot of players from Massachusetts in the NHL. There's a lot. Massachusetts is one of the biggest hockey states in the U.S. Blackwell's from North Andover. Well, so weird. Colin Blackwell Hockey DB says that he's from Lawrence. His NHL page says that he's from Lawrence, and then his Wikipedia page says that he's from North Andover. I mean, that they're close to each other, but whatever. He's from Lawrence either way. I've been to Lawrence a few times. I've done some parades in Lawrence. Where did he play in college? I forget where he played in college. Was it Harvard? Yeah, he went to Harvard University. That's right. He played at Harvard in college and then went to the AHL and played with the Predators, the Rangers, Seattle, and now obviously Toronto in the NHL. Wow, he's up to 9 goals this year. He's had a pretty good season, 18 points. Yeah, I would imagine Connor Clifton rookie cards would be pretty cheap, Terry, because boy, he's been out of the lineup since that Toronto game. Give me a sec. Is he live? Yeah, all right. He's live for the national championship. All right, hold up then. Give me a second. Let me copy the link and get it going. While we're here at intermission, we're going to give a raid to Sal from Behind the Arc Basketball. My buddy Sal. We've known each other since first grade. Let's go over to his channel. Say Off the Wall says hi. I'm dropping the link in the chat right now. Just click over there, say Off the Wall says hi. Please do not spam in his chat. Just let him know that he's being rated by Off the Wall. He's doing the national championship game for college basketball tonight. And we can go show some support for Behind the Arc. And hopefully Sal's having a great night, ready to do one of the biggest basketball games of the year. Yeah, B. Rocco. Definitely need the Bees to have a big third period. They were able to take it in the third period on Saturday. We'll see if they can do it again. Wow, Leafs take a 4-2 lead over the Lightning, and that is not good for Tampa Bay. That is not good for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It is the same as Saturday, Bear Max. End of the second period, 2-2 game. Exactly the same as Saturday. Boston was able to win the third period on Saturday and win the game 5-2. Yes, Woody. Yes. So we'll see if Boston can do it again here in the third period today. Or maybe Columbus gets their revenge. We'll see. Probably not, Jamie. I would say probably not, but the more goals he scores, the higher his trade value is. So, I hope he's good through the end of the season and then gets traded in the offseason. Aaron, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Toronto's been on an absolute tear, John. I'm honestly not that surprised. They have been ripping it up recently. If they win, yeah, they're 7-3-0 in their last 10 games. They're on a 4-game winning streak. If they win today, they will push the winning streak to 5. And they will also take a 2-point lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Boston, if they win, could actually pass Tampa Bay and knock the Lightning down to a wild card spot. Because they have more regulation wins. So they would knock Tampa down to a wild card spot. They'd be tied in points with 93, but Boston would move into 3rd and Tampa would move to 4th. Boston is also 8-2-0 in their last 10 games. Florida is 8-2-0 in their last 10 games. Toronto is 7-3-0 in their last 10. And Tampa, who hasn't even been bad at 6-3-1 in their last 10 games, is kind of the odd team out just because the other playoff teams in the Atlantic are playing so ridiculously well. I mean, it is an absolute dogfight in the Atlantic Division right now. Avatar, what's going on? Welcome back. I saw the first 2 periods, Bear Max, of the game against New Jersey, and I saw like the first half of the game. That was just an utter beatdown. That was an absolute utter beatdown. Thank you so much for subscribing, Bear. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat for Bear. And give a warm welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate that. That is awesome. So while we're at intermission here, other scores, there's not many games in the NHL tonight, only 4 games in total. The Maple Leafs have a two-goal lead, 4-2, over the Lightning in the second period of that game. And the Blues, in the second period of the game against the Coyotes, have a 2-0 lead over Arizona. The only late game tonight that hasn't started yet is Calgary against LA at 10:30 Eastern Time. That is a big one out in the Pacific Division. So, lighter night on the schedule as far as number of games is concerned, but there's some big ones, particularly the Leafs-Lightning game and the Flames-Kings games. Very, very important. There's a lot of games tomorrow. Let's see. 3, 5, 7, 9, 10 games tomorrow on the schedule, so quite a few. I got to get up early for work tomorrow, John, so probably not, but maybe the first period, but I don't know. I streamed their game last Thursday. It was a phenomenal game. The Kings were able to win in a shootout. Day's been pretty good, Eddie. How about yours? Thanks for asking. Awesome to have you in the chat as always. All right, see you later, Victoria. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. Yeah, well, the Habs, it was just a matter of time before they were officially eliminated. They've been realistically eliminated pretty much all season, but officially they're out. Oh, damn, there you go, Eddie. Nice. You're going on a month-long vacation, traveling across the Caribbean. That is awesome. That is awesome, dude. I hope you have a lot of fun. Stutzler's awesome, Terry. He's going to be a star player. Still very, very young. Very, very talented. He's going to be a star player for Ottawa. St. Louis up 3-0 now on Arizona. So, Arizona is getting hammered so far tonight against the Blues. Blues taking care of business. Favorite Bruins player is Patrice Bergeron, Bear. It's completely depends on the run that they get, Jamie. I mean, they could be out in the first round, or they could get hot at the right time and make a deep run. And you could say the exact same thing about almost every team in the Eastern Conference. Like, they could get on a run and go deep, or they could get knocked out in the first round, and neither would surprise me. Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. I did not play hockey in college, Scott. No, my hockey career ended after high school. Yes, Ikeka, it is the second intermission. Here we go now, getting ready to start the third period. Power play time will carry over after the unsuccessful challenge by the Bruins on Columbus's second goal. Power play time will carry over into the third here. Bruins and Blue Jackets 2-2, heading into the final 20 minutes. This is a big period. We'll see what happens. Bruins can take, if Toronto beats Tampa Bay tonight, the Bruins can take advantage of it with a win. Bruins can take advantage of it with a win and move up into third place. Jacob, what's going on? GH, welcome in. Patrice Bergeron, welcome in. Jacob, thank you for being here. Appreciate you coming by. And we're getting ready for puck drop here. Wow, both teams are 0 for 4 on the power play in this game. So, special teams haven't really benefited either side here. Or, I mean, I guess the penalty killing's been good, but the power play hasn't been able to help either team so far in this game. Both are 0 for 4 on their power play chances. Oh, Jacob, man, I am so excited for the playoffs to start. So excited. My favorite non-Bruins player, Eddie, is Cale Makar. CCOM, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Bruins still have 1:35 to kill on the power play. We are underway in the third. Let's see if Boston can do what they did on Saturday, win the third period and win the game. Columbus trying to get revenge for the other night. We'll see what they are able to do here in the final frame. Obviously, hoping Boston can pull this out. Here's a chance, though. Shot in there. Oh, Mark with a huge save. Bad deflection there for the Bruins results in a grade A opportunity for the Jackets, but Allmark makes the save. Rimmed up the boards now to Line A. Minute still on the power play. Out to Werenski at the point. Leisha, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. That one's deflected up and out of play. 55 seconds to go on the power play. Holy cow. Allmark with a monster save there to keep this game tied. That is huge. That was a really bad bounce, and it resulted in a great opportunity. But the goaltender's able to save the day. Down in the corner now. That one's cleared out by the Bruins after they win the defensive zone draw. 45 seconds left on the power play as Voracek goes back to get it. Jake Voracek with it through the neutral zone now, or into the neutral zone. Drops it off for Laine. Laine with speed into the offensive end. Poked away from him. Down in the corner, Brown. Up the boards, kept in by Werenski. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Blue Jackets trying to take a lead here. Third period, just about a minute and a half in. Back to Werenski at the point. Plays it over, gets it right back on the half wall, shoots one in. That one fired wide. Jackets still have it, though. Werenski gets it back. Werenski's literally playing like a forward. Another chance there. That one knocked down in front. Jackets keep it in. Werenski's playing the half wall like you usually have a center play. Ullmark is playing very well in this game, Jamie. And really, recently, overall, he's played very well his last few games. As that one's cleared up and out now, Brown gets it to Smith. Penalty's over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And the Bruins kill off another one. Columbus now 0 for 5 on the power play. Down behind the net now. 17:50 to go in the third. Cross ice. Blue Jackets turned over. Bruins have it offensive zone. Craig Smith spins away there. Throws one in front. Deflected by Foligno. Merzlikins gets a piece of it. Back over now. Foligno to Grzelcyk. Absolutely love Lindholm there. He's a massive upgrade to the Bruins defense. And that one's played with a high stick. We'll get a whistle now. 17:26 to go in the third. And we'll get a whistle here and a face-off coming up. It looks like it's coming out to the neutral zone. Both teams will get line changes. Either one, Eddie, doesn't matter to me. Neither of those things will ever happen, but I would be happy with either. Face off now, one back by the Bruins. Riley goes D-to-D with it into the middle. Backhanded in by Taylor Hall. He'll chase after it on the forecheck. Worked up the boards here, kept in by Riley. Plays it through to Haula. Here's Pastrnak trying to feed that one through. And nobody able to get a stick on it. Columbus clears. Haula takes possession back. Bruins regroup at their own blue line. Riley has to go all the way back to his own zone now and chase behind the net. Gets it over D-to-D to Brown. Brown passes up to Haula. Haula gets it to Hall. Into the offensive zone. Taylor Hall leaves it for Haula. Thrown in front there. Blockered away by Merzlikins. Lindholm pinches to keep it in. Getting some help as well from the forwards. Here's Pastrnak. His pass gets stolen. Lindholm stands up Sillinger. Puck stays in the attacking end. Here's Bemstrom with it now. Going to play it back. Bruins will get a change. Columbus will as well as Gavrikov holds behind the net. Both teams setting things back up in their respective why can't I think of the word? Systems here. And Bruins now. Here's Marchand into the offensive end. Trying to cut to the middle. He gets knocked down there by Peak. And it's going to be a penalty call, I believe, against Andrew Peak. Referee calls it. Not sure if it's going to be an elbow or roughing or what they're going to call. But Andrew Peak is going to the penalty box for a hit on Marchand here. Trying to get revenge back. And I think he stuck the arm out. Yeah, he stuck the glove out and just knocked him down in the face. And that is going to put the Bruins to the power play. It's a roughing call against Peak. Bruins go to the power play here and a chance to try and get the lead back. Yes, the Coyotes have made the playoffs before, Ikeka. They actually went to the conference finals one year. But I forget which year it was. It might have been like 2013 or something like that. They went to the conference finals, but they obviously didn't win that. But they have been to the playoffs before, but not recent. They haven't been good recently, no. And Bruins power play continuing to struggle here. Played up the wall now. 25 seconds already gone off of the penalty. Bruins trying not to go 0 for 5 on the power play tonight. Marchand turns it over. That's cleared again. The Coyotes have never won the Stanley Cup. No. Into the offensive end. Ivan, what's going on? Welcome in. Bruce Cassidy is the Bruins coach, and Blue Jackets coach is Brad Larson. And we're going to get a hooking penalty here against Boston, so that's going to do it for the power play. Bruins turn the puck over. Pastrnak is going to the locker room, and Bergeron's going to the penalty box. So Boston being awful tonight on the power play continues. They turn the puck over and take a penalty, and now it's going to go back to 4-on-4, and they waste another power play opportunity. No, I have never been to the UK, Ryan. Never. Bruins fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. It was 2012 that they went to the conference finals. So Bergeron picks up a hooking penalty. It's going to be 4-on-4, and Boston is now 0 for 5 on the power play in the game. Not doing themselves any favors with that. Sazid, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get some new sub hype in the chat. Welcome our new subscriber to the channel. And this is Grizzlick now in his own zone. Moved up now through the neutral zone. Bruins trying to bring it into the attacking end. They're going to be offsides. They got to curl back. DeBrusk with the puck now. 50 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Yoshi Bros, what is going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. I think so, Rick. Yeah. I would say most likely yes. And I think Florida is probably going to wipe the floor with Washington in the first round. I mean, it's the playoffs. You never know for sure. But I feel like Florida is probably going to finish that in 4 or 5 games. If that ends up being the matchup. You know, Carolina, I guess, could still pass Florida for the 1 seed, but Florida is racking up points right now. Neutral zone faceoff, one back there by the Bruins. McAvoy takes it. 33 seconds to go in the 4-on-4. Have a good night, Cap. Thank you so much for watching. Really, really, really appreciate it. Brought up now, down behind the net. Bruins trying to cycle in the offensive zone. Columbus takes possession here. Blue Jackets with it. They're going to try and bring it out of their zone now. They're going to be going on an abbreviated power play here in the next 10 seconds. $14 minutes to go here in the third period. 4-on-4 comes to an end. It's now a 40-second power play for the Blue Jackets. Can Columbus get something going on their man advantage? They're 0 for on the power play as well. Pass in front. Here's a chance for Bjorkstrand. He fires one that's blocked by Lindholm and backhanded out of the zone. Nope. Game goes to overtime and then a shootout if nobody wins it in overtime, Junior. But the game cannot end in a tie. Into the offensive zone. Here's Nosek now. Shorthanded chance in front. Marchand fumbles the chance and can't score. Bruins do kill off the penalty, though, and we're back to 5-on-5 hockey. Still 2-2 now, 13:15 to go. Maybe someday, Ryan. Maybe someday I'll get a chance to travel like that, but haven't yet. Taken down low now, up, cleared. Taken here, Bjorkstrand keeps it in at the blue line. Pass out in front of the net. Nosek kicks it away. Backhands it out of the zone. Bruins will get a much-needed line change. 12:45 to go here. Well, I mean, there's always a chance for an upset, Terry. I mean, there's always there's literally no such thing as a guarantee in the NHL playoffs, but I don't see Washington beating Florida. I certainly am not going to be picking that in my predictions, that's for sure. As that one's backhanded into the offensive zone. Behind the net now, Bruins setting up in the attacking end. McAvoy plays it to DeBrusk, who gets hit by Corrali. Smith with a shot that's deflected up and out. And that one is cleared here into the netting. 12:15 to go in the third. We're going to go to our first commercial break of the third period. Bruins and Blue Jackets still tied up at 2. And they continue to play tied hockey here in the third period. how we started the third period, 2-2. So we'll see which team's able to... Obviously, the next goal of this game is going to be absolutely huge. My favorite team in the NHL, Ivan, is the Boston Bruins. Avalanche are doing extremely well this year, Bear. They're having a phenomenal season. Now we'll see if they can do it in the playoffs. They've had a lot of trouble getting past the second round of the playoffs. This is a big year for them. By10 Gaming, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Great to have you in the chat. Nothing. I mean, if the Bruins lose this game, they'll still be in the first wild card spot in the East. I mean, nothing really changes if the Bruins lose. If they win and Tampa loses, they have a chance to take third place away from Tampa. I don't know. I'm done trying to guess by 10 Gaming. I'm done trying to guess because for the past 2 years, I thought it was going to be the year that they finally did, and they didn't. So I'm not guessing anymore. I'm just going to wait and see when it finally happens because I've been wrong the last 2 years about it. So. Because they're my favorite team, and that's who I picked, and they're always going to be my favorite team. Offensive zone face-off here for the Bruins. I haven't seen Pasta since he went down to the locker room. He got tangled up with Gavrikov and was very shaken up heading off the ice. Junior, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really appreciate it. Let's get that new sub hype in the chat for Junior. And give him a welcome to the channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I live in Massachusetts, but not in Boston. I live an hour away from Boston. Bruins going on the forecheck now. Fighting is a 5-minute penalty, Junior. So, it's a 5-minute penalty to each player that fights, and then they go back in the game. Brought up now back the other way. Here comes Columbus into the offensive zone, but they're offsides. And that is going to get whistled down here with 11:45 to go. Justin Danforth, a little ahead of the play. No, my second favorite team after the Bruins is the Colorado Avalanche. But Colorado being my second team is not new. They've been my second favorite team since I was 4 years old. Joe Sakic was my favorite player growing up when I was a little kid. Columbus wins this one, dumps it into the Boston end. Moved up now. That one's cleared out. Here's Boston now, deep into the offensive zone. Going in hard after it is Coyle. Smith getting some help. Looks like Frederick is done for the game. He hasn't been back. Amers Lickens is going to grab that with the glove. We'll get a whistle here with 11:20 to go. So, damn. No Frederick and no Pastrnak, at least for now, for the Bruins. Both have left this game with injuries. Favorite Blue Jackets player? I mean, he's not playing tonight, challenges, but Boone Jenner, I would say, is probably my favorite Jacket. Just a very hard-working, heart and soul type player. Big fan of Boone Jenner. As Foligno hammers down one of the Blue Jackets on the forecheck there, but they send it up back to the Boston zone. Chasing after it now is McAvoy up to Lindholm. Into the offensive end. Here comes Taylor Hall. He gets hammered along the boards by Peak. Werenski plays the puck up the wall. Jackets back the other way now. 10:35 to go in the third. Columbus into the offensive zone. They're offsides. And we'll get a whistle here And a neutral zone face-off coming up. I mean, the Avalanche were absolutely filthy when I was a kid, and they were one of the best teams in the league in the late 90s and early 2000s. Won the cup in 96, won the cup in 2001. Shot in there. Hall with a shot. A nice save by Merzlikins as he gets a piece of that one. Back the other way now. Here comes Voracek. Hard hitting on the forecheck. The Bruins come away with it, and they clear it out to the neutral zone. Jackets try and bring it back in again. Bruins take it, though, and that one's dumped deep. Oh, yeah, Taylor Hall's been back for the entire game, Ikeka. He missed, like, one shift to get the bleeding stopped and was back. Frederick and Pastrnak have not returned. Moved up now by Brown, back into the Columbus end where they'll have to regroup and play it again. Played behind the net now over to Riley. He goes D to D with it, back to Josh Brown, into the middle for Marchand. Brad Marchand into the offensive zone for Bergeron. Belts that around the end boards there. Jake Bean plays it in the corner. Columbus trying to get it out of their zone. Bruins steal it back. Good forechecking pressure here from Boston. Second opportunity. Columbus does send it down. No icing on the play. 9:05 to go here in the third period. Still tied up at 2. Bruins out shooting the Blue Jackets 27-19. Into the offensive end here. Here's a shot. And Merzlikins got to be sharp on that one and make a save. Columbus comes back the other way now. Carlo with a hit on Sillinger. Nyquist gets hit by Foligno, coming back on the back check. Bruins come away with the puck. It's Carlo in the corner. Off glass and cleared out. Jackets get possession back. Played here by Carlo. He's going to go D to D with Grzelcyk. 8:30 to go here in the third period. Brought up ice now. Bruins get the fourth line. No, Nosic's out there with Hall and Haula. So Nosek playing the wing with the absence of Pastrnak. Big hits, bodies flying down in the corner. Werenski with one of them. Over to Lindholm now at the point. Shoots that one in. Glove down by Merzlikins, and we're going to get a whistle. Now Peak and Nosek exchange cross checks after the play. And they come together, and we get another scrum here, but they break up pretty quickly. And 8:06 to go in the third period. Time for another commercial break. Bruins and Blue Jackets still tied up at 2. And it really looks like this game is probably going to come down to next goal. Whoever scores next looks like they're probably going to win this game. Thank you guys all so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. It's great to have everybody in the chat. Please don't forget, it means a lot if you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't yet. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams are welcome and wanted here. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can have some fun and talk some hockey. And really, really, really appreciate you guys all supporting tonight. It's great to have you. Upcoming stream schedule for the week is in the chat right now, so you guys know what's coming up the rest of the week. I don't really have a favorite, Jacob. Like, a lot of their jerseys are good, and like none of them stand out as like a big time favorite. A lot of them, they're not really different. Like the biggest difference that they've made are their Winter Classic jerseys, where they've gone for more like yellow and brown more so than black. But I would say any black jersey that the Bruins have had would be my favorite, one of my favorites, because they all have looked, you know, pretty similar and they've all been good. Minnesota Wild fan, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you here in the chat. I mean, Time Hero, I have no idea. I don't really bet over-unders in hockey because I have no idea. I mean, this game could end 3-2 in overtime, or you could get an empty netter and all of a sudden it's 4-2. A team could score right now, and then they get an empty netter and it's 4-2. And all of a sudden now you're looking at 6. So, I mean, empty netters are just complete luck if they happen or not. Into the offensive zone. Here's Taylor Hall now back underway. 7:45 to go in the third. I just do it a lot, Scott. Like, I haven't had any formal training or anything. I just call a lot of games, so the more I do it, the better I get at it. Back the other way now. Voracek into the offensive zone. Here's Line. Sends that through the middle. Nobody gets a stick on it. Back out now. Bean pinches to keep it in. 7:20 to go here in the third. Bruins take possession in their own zone. Columbus peels off for a line change. Lindholm gets it out into the Blue Jackets end. Forechecking coming from DeBrusk, but it's played past him. Here's Bjorkstrand back the other way. That goes off the end boards. Josh Brown gets to it. Bergeron up the boards. Kept in at the blue line here by the Blue Jackets. Pressing here, trying to get the lead in this game. There's a long shot, blocked wide in front. Taken now by DeBrusk out of the zone to the red line. Jake leaves it for Bergeron. Bergeron takes a hit. DeBrusk gets it back. Here's Marchand with it now, trying to get around Jake Bean. Poked away from him. Danforth has it. And it's going to be cleared out of the zone now by the Blue Jackets. Bruins will peel for a line change. And Blue Jackets will get one as well. They'll regroup in their own end. 6:25 to go here now in the third period. Up through the neutral zone into the Boston end. Puck goes to the corner. Jackets hard after it. Bemstrom sends it through the middle, but nobody's there. Ends up on the far side boards for Foligno to play. Bruins get possession back. Trying to start the breakout. All right, see you later, Bear. Thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Great to have you here. Raven, we've got 6 minutes to go now in the third period. Columbus trying to get it out of their zone. Here's Nyquist. He'll just spin back with it. Over now into the offensive end. Boquist rims it around the boards. Lindholm with it. Carries it out now for the Bruins. Jumping up into the play. Turns it over. That runs over Line. Bruins bring it into the offensive zone. McAvoy can't get through. And Holla couldn't keep it in the zone. That's offside as it just came out over the blue line. And we will get a whistle here with 5:31 to go in the third. It'll be a neutral zone face-off when we come back from the final commercial break here of the third period. Game is still tied 2-2 between Boston and Columbus. No goals yet in the third. We'll see if we go to overtime or if one of these teams is able to get a late one and finish this off in the final 20 minutes. But, thank you guys again for all the support. Thank you guys for being here. Really, really appreciate it. Honestly, Minnesota Wild fan, I have no idea. I mean, there's legitimately like 8 teams that are true contenders right now. And then you've got the chances of dark horse teams making a run as well. I mean, honestly, just get into the playoffs and you have a shot. You have a shot if you get into the playoffs. I think Carolina is going to be really tough to beat, especially with how good they are defensively, the best defensive team in the NHL. Obviously, Colorado is probably going to be the favorite going into the playoffs, but they've had so many issues getting by the second round that it's one of those things where it's like until they do it, it's kind of hard to pick them to do it. I'll tell you what, I don't think that there's a clear favorite this year. I don't think there's a clear one team that stands out above everybody else. I think everybody has some competition this season, and it's going to be a very hard-fought playoffs. It's going to be a very hard-fought playoffs. Bronwyn, what's going on? Welcome in. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I mean it's possible, Minnesota Wild fan, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. I think we get somebody else this year. That was not a jersey that I liked, Jamie, at all. I actually hated that jersey. That's probably my least favorite Bruins jersey. Here's Werenski with a long shot. That one's blocked on the way through. Bruins come back the other way. Some speed out of their zone into the offensive end. Here's Boston trying to get that one through. Chance backdoor. Merzlikins comes across and gets a piece of it. Here's Holla now with a shot. Merzlikins with another save. 5 minutes to go here in the third. That one gets cleared out. Here's McAvoy carrying it back up now. Bruins just had a great opportunity, but Merzlikins made the save. He's played extremely well in goal for Columbus tonight. That sent up the boards. Josh Brown retreats to the neutral zone, then gives it away, turns it over, bad pass shot, and Ullmark bails him out. Wow, Ullmark bails him out with a big glove save. Wow. And that is a huge stop there for Ullmark to keep this game tied. Probably Carolina, Clem, but I think maybe they could move up to face Toronto in the 2-3 matchup, but I feel like most likely it's going to be Carolina as the one wild card, and then Florida is going to play Washington as, you know, the 1 seed, I think, in Washington being the 2nd wild card. Played down low now. Both of these goalies playing extremely well in this game. Out to the red line. Columbus trying to bring it back in. Hammy, what's going on? Brandon, welcome in. Thank you for being here. Up the wall it goes. Marchand spins off a hit, gets it out of the zone. Here's Jake DeBrusk. He has 1 goal in this game. Fires that one down low around behind the net. Danforth gets back for Columbus, then gets pressured. 3:45 remaining here in the third period. Brought into the offensive end. That one gets ripped up the boards. Played here. Columbus gets it out. Here are the Blue Jackets through neutral ice. Back into the Boston zone, putting on some more pressure. Spun back the other way now. Terry, that's a question that we won't know the answer to until we get to the into the playoffs. I mean, there's no way of knowing that until the playoffs start and you actually see guys start playing. See, I didn't bet Bruins tonight because this is their first road game in a couple of weeks. They were just getting off a long homestand. This is their first road game in a while, so that's always usually a tougher game when you go back out on the road for the first time after a long time at home. So I did not bet the Bruins for that reason tonight. Final 3 minutes now of the third period. Here's a chance now. Dropped it off for Eric Holla. Trying to drive the net in front. That one's just sent wide. Nathan, welcome back. Thank you for being here. That's out to the point now. McAvoy keeps it in. Here's McAvoy trying to get it through the middle. Stolen away from him. Columbus clears it out. Moved back the other way now. Spun around. Played here. Up the boards it goes. Foligno keeps it in. Moved across. Down low. Here's Coyle. 2:05 to go here in the third. Bruins in the attacking end looking for a game-winning goal. Charlie Coyle behind the net. Pressured by Sean Corrali, former teammate. Spins off of him. Gets a shot. Save Merzlikins. Ends up in the corner. Coyle gets it back. Down low now, trying to work it around. Smith takes a hit. Here's Coyle. Getting pressured from Werenski. Moved across now. Coyle gets it through. Trying to feather a pass. It's stolen by Bjorkstrand. Foligno runs into one of the Columbus players. Back the other way now. Here comes Bjorkstrand up ice, driving in, but he just can't finish it off. What a chance there for the Blue Jackets. Back the other way now. Here's Brad Marchand against Gavrikov. They go flying into the end boards. Big hit there by Sillinger. Bruins pinching, trying to keep it in. Jake DeBrusk with it. Sends it down low behind the net. McAvoy pinches. Sillinger gets knocked down by McAvoy. Bergeron back to the point. Lindholm. Lindholm sends it deep. Marchand behind the net. Getting pressured there. Gets knocked down by Gavrikov. DeBrusk comes away with the puck. DeBrusk has it now. Back to Lindholm at the point. Into the middle now. Bergeron back to Lindholm. 48 seconds to go here in the third. Final minute of play. Bruins putting on some pressure with their top line on the ice. And finally, Columbus shoots that one up and out. And was it deflected, or is this going to be delay a game? The puck goes out of play from Jake Bean. The question is, was it deflected, or is it a penalty? And it looks like it is going to be considered a deflection out of play. And it is not. Bean goes back to the bench. And it is not a penalty. It was deflected out. It is not a penalty. .40 seconds to go. Offensive zone draw for the Bruins. Fourth line on the ice now for Boston. And Werenski clears that to the neutral zone. Nosek plays it, brings it right back in. Shot in there by Nosek, and he's going to get a shot in, covered up by Merzlikins. And we'll get another offensive zone draw here for Boston. No, Trent Frederic is not coming back, Nathan. Trent Frederic is not coming back. And I'm pretty sure Pastrnak isn't either. Wow, Matthews gets a hattie. Matthews gets a hattie against the Lightning. Wow, big game for them as Toronto continues the winning streak. 5-2 now over Tampa Bay. And Columbus dumps that one in. Played behind the net. Worked up here. Taylor Hall with it. Bruins trying to go on a rush. Back the other way now. Here's Corrali with a shot. Omar has to make a save and cover that one up. 6 seconds to go here in the third. 6 seconds to go in the third. Now the Blue Jackets will get a offensive zone face-off. All right, Scott, sounds good. Have a good one, man. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Matthews is definitely going to break that record, Yoshi Bros. Matthews is going to score 60+ this year. I think he might get to 65 like Ovechkin did back in, what was it, 08 or 09 when Ovechkin got 65. I think Matthews can do that. And we are going to overtime here as that face-off is one back and the shot is blocked. And we're going to overtime here. So 2-2 game, no goals in the third period. And we are getting ready for some 3-on-3 overtime between the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Boston Bruins. Their second game in the last 3 days. Boston won on Saturday. This one's going to overtime, and it's been a little bit tighter and a little bit closer here as we are through 60 minutes of action and nobody was able to come away with the win. I will say this, both goalies have played extremely well in this game. Both goalies have played extremely well in this game. Merzlikins and Ullmark. Frederic got hit by one of the Blue Jackets defensemen, Nathan, and he hasn't been back since. Overtime rules, exactly the same as every other hockey game. except it's 3-on-3. Well, this was definitely not a blowout. I mean, it was the only reason it was 5-2 on Saturday is because Boston got 2 empty net goals. So it was actually a 1-goal game, but Boston got 2 empty netters to make it look a little bit more one-sided. But no, this is Columbus and Boston usually play close games against each other. And this one is certainly no exception here today as we're going to OT. We're going to find out who can get this second point. Both teams get 1 point. We're just going to wait and see who's able to get the second point, which is now on the line here in the extra time. So, Blues have now taken a 4-0 lead over the Coyotes, and we are underway here as the puck is dropped in OT. Boston gets possession first. McAvoy into the offensive zone, driving the net, tries to tuck it in, but Merzlikins keeps it out. McAvoy, here's Columbus now into the offensive zone, cross-ice pass from Voracek gets deflected. Bergeron did a good job getting back. Columbus with it now in the offensive zone. Here's poked away now from Werenski. Bergeron takes it for the Bruins. He'll go cross corner with it. Merzlikins plays it away from Coyle. Coyle gets it to the blue line, though. Here's Boston. Chance in the attacking end. That one goes off a skate. Lindholm is just going to make a possession play with it. Back out high now. Spun around here. Hampus Lindholm with a chance. Shot in there. And a pad save by Merzlikins. Not cleared, though, by Columbus. They turn it over. 3-on-1. DeBrusk shoots and scores! Jake DeBrusk finishes it for Boston. It's a 3-2 win, and the Bruins continue the winning streak, and they get the 2 points out of this one. DeBrusk with a great goal after a brutal turnover by the Blue Jackets in their own zone. Jake's second goal of the game gives the Bruins the 3-2 overtime win. And if Tampa loses, Boston will have the tiebreaker over the Lightning and will move into third place in the Atlantic. And Boston wins 3-2. And 100% Dork, thank you so much, man, for the 5. Let's get that dono hype in the chat for 100% Dork, dropping a 5 on the stream. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Really, really appreciate it. And DeBrusk finishes it off. Let's go. Boston wins. And Boston takes third place in the Atlantic if Tampa loses, which they're down 5-2 right now. So the tight battle in the Atlantic Division continues. And that is a huge win here for the Bruins here tonight, who have now won 3 games in a row after getting crushed on last Tuesday night. They've come back with 3 straight wins and still are playing very, very good hockey here. We'll now go to 93 points on the season. 2 back of Toronto. And Florida's at 102. So they're quite a ways back of Florida. But they're 2 back of Toronto. And they'll be tied at 93 with the Lightning after tonight, it looks like. And then Boston holds the tiebreaker. Boston holds the tiebreaker. Brandon, thank you so much for subscribing. Really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. See you later, Minnesota Wild fan. Thank you so much for coming by. That is going to do it for this one here. I'll be back tomorrow night for Minnesota versus Nashville. Going to be an incredible divisional battle in the Central tomorrow night. And Boston picks up a huge 3-2 win as they beat the Blue Jackets here in OT. Upcoming bunch of good games coming up later this week. Streams Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday as well. So it's going to be a fun week of action here again on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really, really, really appreciate it. Awesome to have you all in the chat. Please don't forget, it really does mean a lot if you can hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. I cover the entire NHL, so fans of all teams, welcome and wanted. Just trying to grow a hockey community where everybody can have some fun and talk hockey. Appreciate you guys with all the support tonight. Really, really, really appreciate it. Nope, I do not have NHL Network. I already pay for ESPN Plus. I'm not paying for NHL Network too. So see you guys later. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your night. Have a great day tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Incredible game tonight. Really appreciate all the support. And until next time, have a good night and see you guys later.